we're back, of course.
What's up, baby?
Yo, so this time we got a nice little guest here. We got a nice guest here.
Listen, don't say little, dude.
That's why I said it the second
You
time
can't
and
say
didn't
that
add
shit,
that
bro.
word. I didn't add the word in the second time though. That's why I did.
He bigger than Kevin Hart for sure. I'm just saying, like,
I'll take that.
listen,
I'll
when you
take
say
that. I'll
little,
take
you
that.
can't say that shit.
I'll take that.
Yo, but we have Solo.
Commonly
Some
known
people know him. Yeah.
as Indianapolis Cat Williams, or
I wasn't ready for that one.
Sneaker
Fire though. Fire.
That was not scripted at all.
that was not at all. I was sitting over here
shit.
like cooking up as he was talking. I was like, man, what can I
That
call
caught me
this?
off guard, but that was a good one. I love that compliment.
I'll take it.
Hey, that means you're famous as fuck.
I'll take it.
Means he's
I'll
gonna
take
start shitting on all the other
What?
sneaker.
Hey,
and
I'm
clothing
about to
lines.
expose some of you sneakerheads today. Now,
Oh shit.
Listen, Applebee's closes at 12. Okay?
Oh
Like we got to
my
make sure
gosh.
that this isn't an 8-hour podcast.
It's gonna go viral though. Gonna go
As a
viral.
matter of fact,
but
fuck Applebee's.
it's the biggest bird in the city. Sneaker Vultures. So
Ooh.
the biggest bird.
That was a good one.
Big bird.
That was a good one. So, what do you like to go by?
So
Because I
I-
know when you go to events, people still call you Solo, but a lot of people only know
Solo.
people by their Instagram name.
So I get called so many things, and like depending on when you met me, it depends on what you call me.
Yeah.
My government name is Demetrius Keyshawn. I'm not giving y'all my last name. That's too much. But
Yeah.
Can we guess it?
No, it's not one of them.
Is it Johnson?
No,
Hey, yo.
no, not even close. Not even close.
That'd have been a good one.
Yeah.
But Solo, Meech, if we play football in
Yeah.
high school, Keyshawn, for real, if you meet me within like the last 5. But really whatever people call me, I'm gonna answer to. You know what I'm saying? But at events they call me Sneaker Vultures or Vultures, I'll take whatever. You feel me? So
Okay.
I call myself the man of many names because I swear to God I get called so many things that don't even
You
matter.
just start turning your head like, what?
I know who you talking
What?
to if you say certain things. You feel me? So,
You talking my direction.
Oh man. So let's get right into this one because I think this pod is gonna be some great answers. I don't think any answer that we're gonna with the questions we have we're gonna get anything less than
A 7.5. at
yeah
least.
yeah that's
I
probably
mean,
good.
like,
That's
we've
probably-
had
that's
some
probably
2
right.
answers on this podcast. Okay?
So
Like,
what got you into doing what you do, being a sneakerhead, being a sneaker reseller, enthusiast, whatever you want to call it, because people kind of don't like the name reseller. So
and honestly, I wouldn't even say that I am a reseller because I think my biggest combat is being a sneakerhead while I do this.
yeah,
correct.
giant problem.
My mother used to buy me and my older cousin Jordans for Christmas. You know what I mean? Every other year if she could type shit. So that started it. And then my older cousin, when he got his own money, he went to Howe Academy and he was voted best dressed. So just imagine the shoes that he had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So seeing him all the time, he's my inspiration for fashion and for J's.
Okay.
So he started that whole wave of me being a sneakerhead. But the very first shoe that like locked me in is 2 of them. The Carmine 6. When I first seen that shoe, that was the most
Classic.
beautiful shoe I've ever seen.
So you loved it like 2 years ago.
I hated it because they didn't
It
have the
bled.
little black piece right here at the top.
Oh, okay.
And
I can
because the
respect that.
midsole was, the
Pink.
outsole was blue. But
Instead of
because
cloudy.
it was a Carmine 6 and it gave me that feel again, I did appreciate it.
Yeah.
But I still had my 2012 pair though. I still had that. But the black metallic 5 too, that did it for me too.
Okay.
That's the staple for me.
Those are classics. I love hearing shit like that because most of the time you hear like hype stuff.
Travis
Oh
Scott,
man, the Travis
Yeah,
Scott
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Or
those are like my staples.
Yeah,
for real.
those are.
Yeah. But yeah,
I
bro,
like
it really
it.
just started from me being a sneakerhead, and I took the knowledge that it took from me. I used to be on Craigslist. I used to be the real Craigslist killer. And not on no crazy shit. Like, I don't even know what camera to look at. But like, I used to really like run off on trades, crazy trades. You know what I'm saying? So I just took the knowledge that I had to get my own personal pairs, and then I transferred it to make me some cheese and buy pairs that I thought I'd never see.
what like do you feel like you have to have a certain amount in like your collection and stuff like that, or like do you have like oh man, my stuff can fluctuate from like 15 pairs to like 45 pairs or like 45 plus, like, or is it just really like about what you're wearing, what you think would match good at that time?
My first answer is gonna be to each his own.
Right.
But for me, once I started making money and once I started being able to do what I can do, I don't think I've been under 80. And that's because like I would build up and I would get the things that I've been wanting, and it's hard for you to sell them. You know what I mean? There's been times that I purged and I tried to force myself to get down to 20. But then you look at those pairs, like one day I'm gonna look back like I should have never sold this. And that'd be the hardest thing for me.
I do it all the time. Literally, I go like I try to keep my pairs at like, honestly, like the 25 to 30 range, only because like, I mean, besides bills and other shit, like, I mean, I wear the same pair of shoes every day to work for the most part.
Facts.
So the only time I ever
350 blue stripes.
I know he's rich.
Rich.
Both of y'all.
What? Chill.
Both of them.
Definitely him, but
My man's a butcher on the side. You feel me?
he's on that Michael Myers shit.
That's why I got 3 freezers.
Oh, good.
I mean, that is true, actually.
Sears ain't even open no more.
Oh, damn.
No, I just try to get stuff and like keep stuff that I know I'm gonna wear, or like for instance, my Plaid. I'm gonna keep that because what am I gonna ever want to spend that much on a pair of shoes again? Probably never.
And that's like one of those.
Yeah, I mean, you're young, bro.
If you wish you had it, you would have it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
wanted to have a Plaid again so bad, and then like I got one, and now I'm like, it's cool. Like I'll wear it a few times or whatever, but like I literally wear that shoe once a month, only to make sure it doesn't crumble on me. Like I'll just go and like if me and her go out to dinner or
And it's a hair turner too. You know what I mean? For people who know.
it's like
For people who know, it's definitely like, all right, who is he? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Question though, how many pairs do y'all have?
that's what I'm saying. I think right now I'm like in the 30 to 35 range probably.
I'm embarrassed.
I don't even know.
Like a lot you don't know, or a little you don't
He's
know?
got a lot.
I wouldn't even say. I don't think it's a lot. I got over 40 Yeezys.
That's just
That's
350s.
Yeah, that's just 350s.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of 350s. And
That's
it's only
almost
like,
all of them.
That's like 10 350s that are really.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, there's only 10 that are like pretty
Yeah.
good. That's a lot of them that are ass.
If you had to throw a number out there though.
Over 100. I mean, I definitely had more. So, I had all the 11 highs at one point, but
Oh shit!
Hey, yo.
that has
God,
actually
is
came
that
out.
you?
This is not sponsored by Michael Myers.
And
No, this is sponsored by Overhead Door. Welcome to Indiana Overhead Door.
Electricity bill is paid.
Alexa, shut the garage door. Oh.
It said, Torrin, shut your ass
That
up.
would have been a staple of money right there, though. Like, Alexa can shut a garage door. This is staple by
Listen.
paranormal activity, though. I'm not going to.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. We've done like 10 podcasts in here, and I've been waiting for somebody to open this damn garage door.
I need to understand why all of
Fuck would they
I was
do
like,
that?
it's so
Here's the
random.
Here's the weirdest part. I have one garage door opener and it's in the kitchen. And when the garage door opened, I seen Tori and Nolan walk in from the car inside.
You went, oh,
Swear to God, bro. Yes, it had to be Nolan. But
He said a dog?
my son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm probably looking at like 5.5 pairs of shoes.
A half.
Total.
How do you have a half pair of shoes?
All right.
It's a
So
walking
I've got
boot.
these
You need
shitty
to
ass.
throw those away.
I've got these shitty ass Air Force.
Because we don't wear
ones.
dirty Air Forces where I'm from.
Hey. Well, where I'm from is
All whites or nothing.
a point of no knowledge.
He said all whites or nothing.
All whites or nothing.
So I've got these. What I probably have a pair from like Target or some shit. I've got a pair of Adidas Mandals, and that's where the half comes in because I'm missing the other one.
I'm not gonna
And
lie
then
to you.
I've
I
got-
just looked at your hand. I swore that you were missing a finger, like the tip of your finger, for a second. I was like,
What shoe are you buying from Target?
Bro, I was in a tough spot, and I really
I
needed
can
something.
I can respect
You feel
that.
me?
I can respect that.
So
Plato's
I
Closet and Goodwill are good options
Slid.
as well.
Yep. And then what else do I got? Oh, I just got a pair of Reebok pumps, the retros.
I can respect you.
Fire. And then that's about it.
He almost didn't buy him too. My bro.
Yeah.
Get you some pumps,
I'm
bro.
Yeah, you feel me?
Retail.
I
right?
am
Retail?
so out. Wait, what?
What color?
They are white and blue. I've got a picture of them. White, blue, and red.
Well, like $100?
Yeah, they were like 150.
Yeah.
They're usually like 250.
No, it's retail.
That's
Yeah.
less.
Well, I guess I'm just stuck in like.
They used to be
right,
like
right.
250, but they are on sale right now.
Have you ever pumped them up?
Oh yeah.
What does it feel like? I was curious.
It
feels
hugs your,
like-
it hugs your ankle.
You know when you were a kid and you would go to Marsh and you'd be fucking around on that thing that tests your blood pressure?
Yo, they had one at Kmart. My grandma used to use. She had
Yeah.
diabetes.
That's what it feels like, but on your feet, bro. It's
You know
fire.
that actually works. I used to really do that, and you should have to lay your fingers on the thing and it take your first index fingers like that.
Oh yeah.
They make them tingle, or maybe
Oh,
that's
yeah.
just because I'm fat. I don't know.
No, you got low.
No,
blood
I mean,
pressure.
it like makes your arm go to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh no, you guys' blood pressure is not high enough. It's not supposed to do that.
Oh, okay.
Oh
yeah.
well, it sure
Okay.
as fuck did.
You ever
Yeah, I mean, I was like 9 doing that shit.
You ever get claustrophobic in that thing and start to panic?
Oh yeah,
like
dude,
it's
it
not
get me
gonna let
nervous,
go?
bro.
I did that like my
that's
first
just
time,
weird.
but then I was okay with it after that. You know what I mean? So
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Um.
But that's where I'm sitting.
So the half. Oh, you
Five
said
and
the
a half.
sandal. So earlier this year, I had over 200. But like I was transitioning from one job to another. I say transitioning like it was literally a day I quit and got a job. But we were just mad slow at work, and like work isn't just like I go into work, I get paid hourly
tight.
like that. So like
Yeah.
you get paid a commission for what you do on the job, and they just didn't have them coming in.
Right.
So I was like, yeah, sold some shit, and it was like kind of during COVID too.
So it was money was outside for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was just like so. I only like having a certain amount of my account, and it didn't have that. So I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm not wearing none of these shits anyways. I don't wear like half of my shoes. So
like for me, that's part of the benefit of what we do, right?
yeah, yeah, for sure.
I had gotten a situation to where I had got locked up, violated probation or some silly shit. I had called Tristan and Stu. They came and they, by the way, y'all got a good deal that day. But like I let off a bunch of pairs, but like if it wasn't for having the pairs, you know what I'm saying, it
Right.
wouldn't be
Yeah.
for what it is. You
For
know
sure.
what I mean? So that's why I love what we do, because we don't buy liabilities, we buy assets.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of things that people buy are liabilities.
Yeah.
But the things that we do, they either, depending on what they are, they can always give us money back no matter what it is.
Something.
So that's what I started to do. Like, so I know I've got like 30-ish pairs, right? I started to like divert and kind of start doing Funko Pops and stuff like that. And literally that is exactly what it is, but it reaches a lot more people because they're cheaper. And there's
Yeah.
so many different like things that people like.
Gamers love Funko Pops.
I literally have at my house right now, I would no bullshit say I have probably 170 to 180 right now.
That's a lot of toys.
It is a
Action
lot.
figures.
They're freaking action figures, man.
Collectibles. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? That's a lot.
They're toys. So, but like a lot of them, like all the ones that are sitting above my computer, right? They're all horror. Okay, that's all stuff I like. Then like I have a shelf of nothing but wrestling. Then I have another shelf that's nothing but like music and like music artists that I like. I have like a Lil Wayne and a Post Malone
That's
and
fire. A Lil Wayne is fire.
shit like that. You know
So-
what I mean?
So
Like
for people who don't know, like what's retail for it? Because I'm one of those
retail for a
people who
Funko
don't.
Pop is $15.
So then what is like on average retail?
Bro,
Listen,
the ROI
on
for
a-
those compared to shoes is insane.
Put it this way, I just bought.
Return on
I bought
investment.
30.
I knew what that meant.
Oh, okay. He's about. Oh, I see what you're saying. You're about to be upset on the.
I bought 30 some of
Bro.
those at a flea market thing this last weekend or two weekends ago that I went to, and
When I totaled the car.
paid $265 basically for like 30 of them. I'm gonna make probably close to almost $600.
So this podcast is me
It's just gonna be-
retiring from selling shoes.
I'm just
It's
telling you, like
crazy,
literally,
bro.
but you have to have the right shit. Like
Yeah.
you can't just go in there and go on their website and go click, 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 and buy all their whole
Right.
entire website and then try to sell them. It just
Right.
doesn't work that way. You have to
Same
be
as shoes.
yeah,
Yeah.
like you can't just go to Nike
Have
and
that
just
knowledge.
buy the
You
wall
gotta
and
know
then,
what you're buying.
yeah,
It's ultimately like the same thing.
right.
Knowledge.
And like the thing is that I could tell you, like I could buy one for like $10, right?
Mm-hmm.
That I know goes for $30. And if I told you that it was $30, you'd be like, man, what's $30?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Especially,
so
like, if
people
I'm
are more
into that.
willing to flip you $30 for a Funko Pop. That, I mean, there's nothing going to get messed up about it because I mean they're going to put it on a shelf. They're
And
going
it's still in the box.
whatever.
And the craziest thing is, I know you've bought a shoe for over $200 and sold it for $15 profit.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's literally exactly what I'm saying. I'm
So-
like, literally, I'm making the same profit,
Yeah.
but for $15, I'm making $15 instead of $250
You have
to make
so much
$15.
less money out.
That's what took me from like solely sneakers to vintage.
Yes.
Like this right
Vintage
here.
is insane.
These right here, this right here, like it's to me, and too, there's more individuality in vintage because, well, it depends on the buyer. It depends
Yeah.
on what you have. It depends on how old it is. It depends on what
The
brand
fit
it
of
is.
it.
It depends on the fit. It depends on the tag. So like, for me, that has been something that has revamped my, I guess, my crave. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoes will never die for me because I'm a sneakerhead, and because I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I've come to a point to where there's a formula, so I know what to buy, what I sell, what to buy, and what I'm good at, and what my clients likes.
what shit moves for you?
You know what I'm saying? So I figured that part out. But with the state of the sneaker economy, it's kind of just like, well,
Low right now.
you have to figure something out. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And like, I'm into fashion, and then when you get to buying stuff like these pants, look, shout out my boy Ian for these pants.
They're hard. I mean,
Crazy.
I really like those.
Lee jeans with the woot right here. Double knee boys.
He did that himself?
No, so he actually copped these off of somebody.
Oh, okay.
But somebody got these for $3, $2. You know what I'm saying? My boy bought them. He sold them to me. I paid a dub for these. People are buying stacked pants with the same fit for 50, 60, 100, whatever. These are $20 jeans for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like,
And no, not very many people think or know that.
or if I was to catch them myself somewhere, these are $3 pants for me.
Right.
I have
Right.
a pair of Levi's that I got for $3 that are fire. You know what I'm saying? So it just changes the whole transition of like
I think
that search and that hunt.
Yeah.
the hard thing for us is because me and him are bigger guys. It's harder to find things like that though for us. I feel like if you're like in the 36 to like 28 range, like in pants and stuff like that, there's
Anything.
so much more options. Same thing with like if you're an extra large down, there's so much shit that's
Yeah.
from an extra
You
large
gotta think
down.
of how many people are that size? 32s for me run out like this.
That's what I'm saying.
How
Yeah,
many
yeah,
how many
yeah, that's
people
what
are
I'm
at
saying,
double
yeah.
X though? There's a shit ton of double X people,
Yeah,
bro.
but bro, when you get a lot, I mean, I could be wrong. I guess it depends on the area. But like when you're a bigger guy and you wear like a 2X, 3X, 4X, 5X, whatever, you don't give a fuck about fashion at that point. You just want to make sure you got clothes to
Something.
wear.
That's basically like
So,
people who
like-
wear a size 15.
Yeah.
You buy what you can
Yeah,
get.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is what it is at that point. Like, so shit like that, it is harder to find, or you got to spend a lot of fucking money.
And unfortunately,
Compared to it.
these fucking and shout out to Frankie too, because I watched his pod, but like
Yeah.
him trying to create a realm for different type of fashion genres and having more availability to it is important because a lot of fashion people don't make sizes that go up there.
Yeah,
No.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So
Yep.
it makes it harder for us to be in the Midwest, and y'all even touched on it on that podcast. It's kind of just like we get things late, and people aren't hip to it until it's already almost over
Yeah.
with. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So
like the carpenter jean thing, sick. Okay, right.
These are carts.
I mean, they're starting exactly, but I'm saying like it's starting to kind of go away, but it's not like, I mean, it's still fashionable, but it's starting to like change trends. I mean, the spring's coming, so the trend's about to change a little bit and,
yeah, because
and go
most
that
people that
direction.
do fashion or the higher end is in LA, fucking
And
California,
they're 6
and
months
their
ahead of
weather.
us.
Yeah, their weather.
It's funny
Completely
because
different here,
we're
too.
we're almost in a weird spot where we're like in the middle of New York fashion and Cali's fashion. So like either way, we're gonna be late to it.
And their timelines are completely different, and their styles are completely different.
Correct. I feel like like New York's a lot more relaxed, where like California's a little bit more.
I can see that.
Like tighter clothing, like makes it more fashionable. Like maybe jean. I'm looking more at jeans necessarily, but like California is like tighter jeans and like maybe a baggier shirt, where like
New York is tight
New York
shirt,
is
baggy
kind of
pants.
like the opposite almost. They almost do the complete opposite of each other.
The weather though too.
That's true, I guess.
The weather for sure.
I gotta pee.
We're gonna take a break real
You
quick.
can
He said we can pause it.
no. You can piss out here if you want, or I can call my girl and tell her to take the dogs in.
I'm outside of Gates.
Okay.
As long as y'all got somewhere in your place.
I heard that's a felony.
Yeah. That's a good one.
So I asked ChatGPT to come up with a list of questions to ask a sneakerhead. You guys care if I just start throwing them out there?
Bro, that would be awesome. I'm interested to know what the fuck they have to say.
They're so basic.
They're probably
It's
the
gonna be-
worst.
It's hilarious. Yeah. I'm
I
excited.
can the next question I would really like to ask is like on the avenue of clothing and stuff like that, like how his style as far as like shoes that he likes has changed.
Oh yeah, I got shit out. I got a water.
I'll take a shower.
Oh, we got some sneaker juice.
Shoe cleaner.
I'm not about to put no stickers.
That's fucked up.
I mean, not on. It's for shoes.
That's fucked up, bro.
Shout out Sneaker Juice.
That's fucked
I
up.
just used them last week.
Hey, speaking of that, I need another bottle.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
You gave me
I gave
soap
you
cleaner.
Yeah, I gave you cleaner and was like, I just want you to try it.
You gave me soap cleaner. Did
Yeah.
I ever get back to you on that?
Probably not.
I think I did.
You slept since then.
I'm not a terrible guy. Despite what you think. I'm not a terrible guy.
No, I was telling him while you're out there, I was like, one question that I think would be really good as far as like what I'm interested in is what do you think has been like your biggest change as far as like what you like from when you started doing shoes to now? Or do you think that you just have always liked it and you just are going back to get different shit? Or like, you know what I
You
mean?
like shoe wise? Like
In general,
what was
I
a shoe
guess.
that I wanted that I never had, or
Just like if you have a shoe that you liked back then, right? Is it something where like you're going back to get those pairs, or is it something where you're like it's kind of out of sight, out of mind at this point? Like you're just gonna
Hope they
keep pushing
re-retro?
forward and then like hope they retro it, or
a little bit of both. So like it's kind of hard. So unfortunately, like, and this is one thing that I hate about reselling. It's like I almost monetize my pairs now. I don't look at them how I used to as I like this shoe because it's this shoe. Like, so I told y'all off camera, like that Fragment Low, regardless, that was a beautiful shoe to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
if I would have bought that dead stock, I would never wear it. I bought Travis Scott SBs
Yep.
twice. One was dead stock, and I knew I would never wear it, so I sold it. One was used, and it was a size 9, and I needed a 9.5, so I sold it. But I really want the shoe. But
So you're
it's-
very specific when it comes to it.
you know what I mean? So, but like a lot of my peers, so y'all had Marco on here on the other podcast, and
Yeah.
he was throwing out nostalgia pairs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I have all my nostalgia pairs. I have 09 infrared 6s, the black pair. You know what I mean? I have 2 pair. I have a beat pair. And I got a super clean pair that's wearable. Kobe's, if I get them in my size, I don't sell them. I have white and black Bruce Lee's and Kobe's. It's just, it depends on what it is for me. I think my taste has gotten more expensive because I know I can touch anything now.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like
Compared to back then.
compared to back then, you know what I mean? And like when we were growing up, basketball shoes were it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Fire,
now-
literally, yeah.
We're getting lucky now because Big Bang's re-retro. I wanted that. I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning trying to get that shoe and took a L. I got it the first minute I could. Watch the Thrones, first minute I could. South Beach 8s, first minute I could. So when they drop these KDs, first minute I can. You know what I mean? So I think my
3 weeks?
taste just... I
3
think
weeks
my-
in Indianapolis where they like
Corporate will have them.
corporate
Yo,
will have
hang
them.
time will
There's
hang
gonna
them.
be a House of Hoops
for
at
the
Circle
weekend.
Center
They're
for the
dropping
weekend
them
of
there, bro,
All Star
for
game.
sure. In
Shout
hand.
out Indianapolis.
Have to, bro. They have. Why else would you build the House of Hoops?
Is this speculation or this is
No,
confirmed?
this
No,
is
it's
dead ass. This
100%
is
House of Hoops is
100%.
getting built for that week.
Shout out Indianapolis, man.
Yeah.
We'll be
I think
outside
they're
for
gonna
that.
take the Nike store that's at Keystone, and that's where they're gonna put their
Too far.
exclusives.
It's too far.
Bro, they did one in fucking
Nah.
Phoenix,
You don't
dog.
think so?
Not because the area. Bro, there's gonna be
It's the fashion.
It's
there's gonna be
fashion
mad
mall.
people, bro. Indianapolis, I don't think it's ready. I genuinely don't think we're ready for it.
Well, we've had a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
But
a
we're not
Super
ready
Bowl
for
win.
we're not ready for the release
10 years ago.
stuff. Like
But
the Super
imagine
Bowl
how
didn't
much
have that
it's
shit.
Progressed though. I do think that
It's gonna be
All-Star
insane.
Game brings a different type of we need more space type
Yes.
energy.
Because there's so much more shit going on, like
I hope-
constantly, literally the whole week.
I hope that they release some like pair that they haven't really talked about
I don't
or
think they
whatever
will.
for that weekend.
What would it be? The only thing that I can think
The
of.
black and blue player of Zion Voodoos.
That's not happening.
Stop it.
No, they have Zion is supposed to have a shoe for All Star Weekend. Just so you know.
That's not happening. Do not lie to these
Please.
people. And
Yeah,
do not
don't
get our hopes up.
Yeah, don't be playing with my emotions.
And do not get our hopes up.
I'm just telling you, my source is he kind of knows some shit.
T?
I forgot he know
Toe?
Woj.
Toe? Ooh,
locked in with
wait a
Woj.
second.
I'm telling you,
Locked in with Woj.
huh?
You locked in with Woj?
No, I'm talking about a dude I know from here. He's one of his best friends played for the Pacers, and then he was a Jordan Brand athlete when he was with the Pacers. So he already knows what's going on.
He got ear to the wind or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Bro,
saying.
don't
That's
play with
why,
my emotions,
and I know
dude,
that,
for
and I
real.
know
What's up, T?
that
Play it by ear. We'll
he's
see
gonna
what
hear
happens.
some shit.
Bro, have you seen that Blue Zion?
I have.
That bitch is
Twice.
crazy,
He said
dude.
4 or 5, 6
Oh
times.
my god.
Hopefully in hand very soon.
That would be nice. I mean,
I'll
but
push a kid down a flight of stairs for them.
got to get out my way. It's only 1.5.
I got a kid, bro. I'll push him down the stairs.
He said, "You guys can see it through, my boy."
I mean,
But it's 1.5.
yeah, those things are
Miami.
crazy. Those things are crazy.
I'm excited for All-Star Weekend though. Like I'm very curious, and honestly, I hope that Sneaker Vultures, we have the opportunity to be able to like put ourselves somewhere in rooms where money is. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna be a lot of money out here.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely excited. I'm glad our city is getting something, rather shoes drop or not. You know what I mean? Like it's time to be outside for All-Star Weekend. So
I think it would be really
there's an
cool for
opportunity, let's do
somebody
it.
to get like with the sneaker stuff. Like I would be surprised. Like I don't understand why Nike doesn't have like their own like party or something like that All-Star Weekend. I mean, that's all your athletes are gonna be
I
here.
wouldn't be surprised if corporate did, and I would not be surprised if Hang Time did. They are
I
very
can see hang time. Yeah,
tapped
corporate.
in.
I've never
with
been
the
to Hang
athletes.
Time and I've never been to corporate.
I would 100%
I've
tell
never
you
been
to
to
go to
corporate.
both. Corporate has these like random shop parties.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah,
pretty
I knew
fun.
that.
I've never been,
Mhm.
and every time I want to go, like I work. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, but when I see it, I be like, that's good marketing. You know
I
what
see
mean?
him on
That's nice.
Boogie's Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Richard's been in a couple too. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who that is.
I
Old
know,
head.
I've heard the name.
His name's Richard Thornton. He used to help with the luxury sneaker exchange that was downtown on Mass Ave.
Mhm.
He used
I
to.
should say old head. He's not old. He's just been. in
No,
the
he's
game a
like
very long
30.
time.
He's in his
been around
30s.
for a while.
Yeah, he's been in there for a
Long
minute, but
Because his
Long
name is
time.
very familiar.
Yeah.
I've never, like,
he's on like hell. Like you're on Facebook pages and shit like that at all, bro. He's been on
All of them.
Facebook.
I'm like a young
fucking
fuck when it comes to
forever.
Facebook. I don't know how to work it for real.
Dude. If
Bro,
you
what?
Dude, there's so many cool
Bro, you're missing
Facebook
out,
like
bro. You can
groups
find
and shit.
Dumb deals all day.
Yeah, bro.
I hate, but so like marketplace, yes.
No,
Groups, kinda. I'm in like 3 sneaker groups.
you need to get in Moda Hype.
I heard y'all talk about it.
Moda Hype is the coolest
and
group
I
I've
heard
ever
it's
been
the
in.
craziest stuff ever.
Literally
I heard
crazy.
it's invite only though.
Nah,
We're in there.
I can get you in it.
Send me on.
Yo, so while he's looking it up, Torin,
Yep.
a fun little thing. I know he was over there having some fun
I
with
got
it.
some questions for you, bro.
T.
Just kind of straying away from the topic that they were, getting at. How do you stay updated with the latest releases and trends in the sneaker world?
Unfortunately, due to like how releases have been, I don't even care anymore. I've transitioned into like used, and that way there's no release date. I don't wait for anything, and like
Everyone's willing to buy.
everyone's willing to buy and everybody's willing to sell.
Yeah.
You know what
Just
I mean?
scroll
Like,
through all the stuff that's on this
no matter
page.
what. But I do have certain apps and certain things that I follow on Twitter that will X, whatever you want to call it, that
I love
help
Twitter.
just in case. But like I would say within the last like year or two, releases haven't been it. You know what I mean? And we always got those specific ones, you know what I mean, that we know are going to come
Fours.
around.
All fours.
So
But
that
like,
helps.
as far as the trends go, like how you guys were talking about, like
Fashion?
the East and West and like fashion, like
Yeah.
how do you stay on top of what's in, like
I
how
follow
to dress
pages that
type
are
shit?
in those areas.
Yeah.
So I got this page that says, what are people wearing in New York? They got YouTube channels too. You know what I mean? So like, and one of my biggest goals this year is to go to Japan. I want to be out there for at least a week and a half.
You just missed SneakerCon out there, by
That'd
the
be
way.
sick, actually.
That would have been outrageous. But their architecture, so architect and fashion design are like very parallel, but they have a different type of style. They're more futuristic and they're ahead of the United States and all. We think like New York and LA are advanced. Japan is like
Wild.
we did it first.
I mean, not to be funny, but
China
they
crawl
literally
so we
make
can walk
it.
so y'all can run. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and that's the type of style it is. And even with their architecture and just how they have certain seasons aligned with how the buildings look and the flowers look, like a lot of that shit ties into like the creativity of it all. So I would say social media has helped a lot in regards to keeping me in a loop of what's going around right now.
Right. Do you actively wear the items in your collection, or are they more for display?
Shoes are vintage.
Yes.
So vintage, yes. And I love it because it's almost like a cheat code. So like this jacket, I bought this to sell,
Right.
but I'm gonna wear it till I don't want to wear it no more.
Why not?
And it's still gonna hold its value.
Yeah.
These pants, I bought them because I wanted them, but if I don't want them, they'll sell. Shoes are different. Like I said earlier, it's kind of like, unfortunately, I monetize my pairs. And Jackie Robinson's, I still have dead stock.
I'll never wear mine.
I love that shoe to death.
Favorite girl in my
I've
collection.
had 3. I've sold 2 of the 3
Sheesh.
and would never wear it. So some pairs I won't wear. If I get them dead stock, I just sell them. So it just depends on the pair. I say if I get it used, I'm definitely gonna put my foot in it, depending on what it is, depending on how bad I want it. But vintage, I will get my wares out and then I sell it because it's already pre-owned. You know what I mean? So
Is there a particular piece in your collection that holds any special significance to you?
it's crazy how I got to this before.
Dang.
This is a Nike by You.
Okay.
So before I pull the shoe out, quick, and I know a lot of people can vouch for it. I remember being in computer class when we're not supposed to do shit.
Yes.
I'm making wallpapers.
Fire.
Yeah.
I'm making wallpapers and I'm making Nike by Yous. Now my
Yeah.
mother was like,
Nike IDs, bro.
yeah. What'd I say?
Well,
By
it is
you.
by
Nike
you
by You
now,
now, but it was Nike
it's
ID
Nike
back
ID,
then.
bro.
My mama was on some like, yeah, you know when you getting shoes and it ain't on no random Wednesday, my boy. But shout out my mama though. But like, this pair to me is like top tier. It's my first ever purchase, Nike by You, staple pigeon inspired sneaker Vulture 101.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it has Vulture on the back. Pigeons, as we know, are like outrageously expensive.
Yes.
And I want that so bad. And this was the first ever Nike by You that I made and purchased. So it means a lot to me. I made an alternate that I can wear. I wanted the Syracuse Dunk. So I made what's gray, blue. I mean, not gray, blue. Was gray, orange. So I've worn that twice because I wanted that dunk.
But the leather is different too, which I like that leather better.
Tumble. And the vultures on the back, to me, like I couldn't put a vulture or a pigeon on the side,
Right.
how they have it. But
Yeah, you can.
To me, this
Yeah, you can.
You know how you do that?
you could.
You send it to him.
You go and you bring it to me, and then I go and I can make a graphic that goes on the side of it, and you clear over the top of it.
All right, so I'm gonna leave these here, and I would like a vulture on this side.
That
But-
would be nasty.
No, like
bro.
dead ass. That's what
Fire.
my buddy who used to wrap cars. He used to wrap tennis shoes too,
That's
because it's
nuts.
the same like
Situation.
You
Yeah.
heat it and you can put it on there, and then you just put clear over the top of it, and it won't come off.
Well, I'm gonna leave these here. But yeah, so this was it. This was the first Nike ID that I've made and purchased. I've made a shit ton, but like this is the first one that I purchased, and it to me is special because it has the brand on it, and it's a $25,000 shoe that's, in my opinion, a bit better with the white swoosh. But yeah, I brought this just so like it could be one of those ones.
And it's hard. I mean, it really is like a clean
it's a
I think
colorway.
it's
colorway.
just leather too that they let.
Yeah,
they,
it's literally almost the pigeon to a T, besides the vulture being on the back. So I would say that would be that pair.
How much did you say that these are worth right now?
Like
I would,
the original.
I would say priceless, because to me, like I don't see it going anywhere.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until that opportunity comes where Nike hits me up and they say, "Hey, it's that time. You know, let's work something out." I'll definitely work something out, and it'll be a similar version of that. But until then, it's only one of these, and
but the shoe inspired behind it.
Is what, like
I mean, I don't think
25?
you can even find a dead stock pair. I mean,
I
if you
don't
have a
know.
dead stock,
I don't think so.
If you have a dead stock pair, it's fake. I just don't. I won't believe it. But it's like 25,000.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
At least.
yeah. $25,000.
Yeah, that shoe alone,
The
like
Pigeon SB is at least like
made
20.
made the SB Dunks what they are today. Like it was a staple, but literally staple between.
And this design was
All the dunks.
inspired by it in what way? The colors?
The actual
The whole shoe,
colorway
yeah.
itself.
So the
Like
actual
literally is the
colorway.
same colorway to an extent.
Like to an extent, like
Yeah.
very identical. I'm trying to find
And then this one has a pigeon on the side.
Yeah, like they put instead of it saying vultures on the back, they put they embroidered a pigeon
Yeah.
right
So they
here
dropped
on
in
them.
2005. The only difference is like where it's white was a lighter gray.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so Nike, of course, didn't give you the opportunity to do too much. So I did with what I had.
Yeah.
You know what other shoe this reminds me of to an extent? Like, it kind of reminds me of like, have you ever seen the Oompa Loompa dunk?
No.
It reminds me a little bit of that, and I think it's just the orange, but like, that's what this shoe kind of reminds me
So
of.
Who
that
was just
shoe-
selling that? Someone on Moto.
That shoe that you just showed me, what makes it so special? Why is it so expensive?
It's the very first Nike ID. It has my brand on it.
Not
thing.
that
No,
one.
not this
The
one.
one
He's
on your
saying
phone.
the.
The Pigeon SB.
I'm not trying to insult your brand.
He said, "I'm not trying to insult you. This one's fucking more money, Torin. Goddamn, son."
The Pigeon SB, just like,
Yeah.
and in 2005, like I knew nothing. You know what I mean? And when I saw the hype behind it, and when I finally saw the shoe, it's a beautiful shoe. But I would tell you, Jordan has my heart. And it's the Black Metallic 5, and it's the Harmon 6. But for this shoe, you don't know how many hours I spent on Nike ID, bro. Like, you have no clue how many hours I spent on that. So to have one and then purchase it, it just ups the value.
Oh, yeah.
And then for my brand to be a bird and pigeon to be a bird, and I have the opportunity to kind of twist it.
No, yeah,
to
that's
tailor my brand.
No, for sure. Yeah,
Does the
that's
same, you know?
that's
So I don't
fun.
think it was the
I
very
was just
first-
asking what makes that pigeon shoe that you guys were talking about.
It wasn't the
Why
first
is it
SB Dunk, was it?
$25,000?
It's the value.
It's not. It's
it
because
just
it was
like-
limited run. It only came out in New York,
That's it.
and
I think
it was like the
literally
first, like,
was
crazy-
like Jeff's. Yeah, it was Jeff Staples' like first
Very
big
first.
release.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, dude, these people were like they
Someone
had
died.
the release. Well, they had the release or was supposed to have the release. Shut the entire release down, and then like released it the next day, I think. And half of them were all backdoored, I think.
People
So,
slept outside for days.
yeah, days.
Wow.
This was like the first media coverage of like in my opinion of modern sneakers.
To turn it. Did someone die on this shoe, or was it they just got trampled or something?
I ain't-
Someone
Somebody died, I think, for Concord.
Concord 11s for sure.
Yeah,
They died.
Concord 11s
A
here.
couple people in
People
Chicago.
die over.
Yeah.
People used to die over.
Dude, they died
Jordans all
over
the time.
Galaxy foams, bud.
That's right,
People
Galaxy
used, to die over,
Indianapolis.
people used to die over shoes all the time.
Yeah, which is
It used to be like a rap bar,
Wild.
like dying over designer or something like little crazy shit like that. Like,
2015 was a wild year.
I would say though, like we live the best sneaker world. Our generation has.
The
Yeah.
best sneakers that came out
Like,
ever.
I would
Wouldn't you,
say
if you've been in it this long?
09 to
Yeah.
18 is the greatest stretch of shoes ever in history.
I would
Yeah, I
say
couldn't argue with that.
you said when 8 to 18.
09 to 18.
I would say 09 to
16.
16 probably. I'd cut 2 years out. And the reason I cut 2 years would be like because to me like the end of like 16 it reminded me a lot of like Roche runs and stuff like that was like still really big, and then it was almost like how sneakers is right now is exactly how I felt in like 17 and 18.
I
It was
give
like
18
it's
a
like
stretch.
just kind of starting to like almost die down waiting for the next thing to come out.
Next pop.
Yeah,
I give
because that was
18 a
after
stretch.
16. 16 was the year of the 12s. That was a wild
I give
ass year.
18 a stretch because we still got Obsidian ones, which is a great colorway for the Jordan 1.
Yeah,
I know, but they went.
but
they,
that was
they
like
skyrocketed because TikTok.
And to me, that was
think?
really
Oh, the Obsidian ones. That was the.
That was before TikTok though. They were going for cheese before.
Oh yeah.
they were
That's
still
my-
at
that's-
$500-$600.
That's
at
still
the
my biggest sneaker L to this day.
Obsidian
What?
ones. Really?
What? I was in Washington Square Mall, and this is when I first I was first thinking even about reselling. I had hella pairs in hand there. I had somebody say it's a tip somewhere downtown. I left all them pairs there because I only had a certain amount of cash. Mind you, I'm thinking I'm getting men's sizes downtown, so I'm like, I got the tip. They saying men's sizes. It's 20 minutes. I can make it.
Damn.
Gone.
Got down there and got nothing.
Damn.
Then you went back up there, got nothing
Ain't got
again.
nothing. Gave my tickets away in hand. I still know to this day who got my tickets when I passed them out. So that's my biggest sneaker L. So
That's not a
crazy.
bad L though.
it's not because it wasn't money spent.
Right.
Still.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of bread that could have been.
Could have been made. Though. That's the L. It's a
Yeah,
lot of bread that
that's-
could have been made. Right?
Damn. That was actually one of the questions we was gonna do too. So
There we go. Falls right in.
that's not a bad L.
Are there any challenges or difficulties you face as a collector?
As a collector, yeah, spending money. Shit sucks.
You gotta spend money to make money, though.
Yeah, but as a collector though, you're not.
You ain't
making
getting
it.
a damn dollar out of that.
The very first time I spent resale for a shoe was the Concord in 2012. I paid $300 in Castleton Mall right outside of the gates of Finish Line.
Sheesh. Wow. The
Um,
good days.
And I was a peewee. I was still in high school. So $300 to me was my life.
Right.
You know what I mean? But shout out to GLD because I prayed the night before and I said, no matter what, I'm getting the shoe. And he said, all right, we're going to test that factor. And I get $300 worth, I got it. But I would say the biggest challenge is like the amount of money that we spend now. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, Virgil, Travis Scott,
Yep.
all these collabs, like,
Yay.
yay, like they make shoes be so much, you know what I'm saying? And like they make the exclusivity which that I love and which that built the community be so important. But like Travis Scott and shit like that, like TikTok and all that, and the more people after the pandemic made the price range go up for a whole lot of stuff. Back when we
That
was
free
growing
money.
up, shoes $300 was a lot. And you can get some heat for 3.
Shit, retail was
I remember
$140?
paying $300 for
$150?
lowrider Hirachis when they were out, the white with the rainbow
That's
chrome.
nuts.
That pair was hard.
Nuts.
And then I wore it to work. That was my work shoe.
Ate it up, didn't you?
Ate it up, baby.
I'm telling you, bro. Even as a little kid.
So I wanna touch on something that like kind of opened my eyes a little bit, but not on kids. Remember that.
Yeah.
It's 2024. We're definitely never doing that. So, I think you may be the only person that's ever been like, man, I watched your podcast and you actually know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, 100 respect.
I was like, hey.
Respect.
At least he let you
I
know.
was like, that was
Knowledge
blew
is out
my
here.
mind.
No, because honestly, a lot of the time, like going to events as much as like just people do in general, you have so many young kids. Like,
I
let's
have
be honest,
no
bro.
idea.
Let's be honest. I'm not trying to be mean, guys. I'm sorry, but y'all don't know shit.
We
So
being
like
honest, you know what
the
I mean?
knowledge that most of the people that are in the game right now has compared to people that have been in it for so long that is in with the new age too. It's
So-
not very many people there.
Have y'all seen those videos where they show like a blatant shoe and they don't have a clue what it is?
Yes.
What about
Yes, bro.
my biggest
Yes.
fucking thing that makes me
It
mad
fucks
is
me
when
up.
I'm on TikTok and I'm watching this guy go, oh yeah, you want this shoe? How about $60? I know damn well they're not selling that shoe for $60. Like, oh yeah, bro, I can do that. I could do that for $60.
I don't have TikTok.
The fake stuff.
Okay,
fake
TikTok
videos.
is deadly for the brain. But I will say though,
it's
Instagram
rarely
Reels
on it.
is
Fucks
Same
me up.
shit.
Instagram
Same
Reels,
shit, bro.
Instagram Reels is the same shit.
Yeah.
But like and no knock to God Soul, but like they have a lot of fake content.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And like fake content hurts people who are one genuinely curious
Yep.
and two who are authentic. You know what I
It
mean?
makes me not want to go to that event because I'm
Yeah.
going to go, oh, well, I like this dude's table and they're going to fucking buy it before I even get there. So why would I even show up?
I ain't gonna say. I would say go because it's a lot of cheese in God Soul.
No, I mean, there's a lot of money, but it's
A
just
lot.
not
A lot of cheese.
like, there's a group of dudes that go and buy people's tables and stuff like that. And like, I think their videos are legit. Okay.
Oh yeah,
But-
those guys are for sure. I
Yeah,
know you're
those
talking
dudes
about.
are legit. But
from Nashville.
like,
and they good people too.
you don't need to hype up every single transaction that you guys do on Got Soul's page.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I just bought this Freddy Krueger for $16,000. Nobody's selling a Freddy Krueger for $16K.
But I would
Nobody.
say too, so like, and I'll talk to a bunch of buddies that do content, you know what I mean? Because I'm doing content here in the future. Unfortunately, that it sells. And
Yeah.
in order to become your vision, it's like that thing, fake it till you make it.
Yes.
And which is
shit's
unfortunate.
real.
God Soul's goal is to be as big or not bigger than SneakerCon.
And they're getting there.
And they, I would say, are equal at this point.
Ooh,
They're
chill out.
close. They're close, but they're not
Chill.
equal.
Bruh.
Did you go to Got Soul when they were in Chicago?
I did go to God Soul. I vended in God
Hey,
Soul.
they're doing
Chicago.
good things. I mean, they're
And I
they're
vended-
doing crazy
so,
things right now. They are.
So my first time vending was in SneakerCon was Got Soul Minneapolis. Shout out my boy EG. We drove all the way to Minnesota, and like that was a smaller event. Like that's a smaller market. So I couldn't imagine Houston, LA, Miami. Like
We drove to Houston, bro. That shit
It was
sucked.
fire.
We go
It
to
sucked.
Dallas.
No, the drive
Dallas
sucked.
was crazy.
100%.
Horrible,
But I
dude.
could imagine though when you got to the event though, it was almost like paradise. You know, what I mean?
Dude,
Yeah,
you
it was
been
still
to
not got sold, but yeah, we actually, yeah, that shit was crazy.
We
SneakerCon
made-
is a different beast. You know what I mean? Like
They've just been they've been around for so
for a
long.
while.
man. Yeah.
Like 6 a.m. vendor setups.
Yeah.
That's work. That
Yeah.
ain't playtime. Like that's
No.
work.
No, you
No
get in there
sleep.
at 6:00 in the morning because you know that the buyers are coming in there at 7:00, 6:30, and you could
Not
sell
even.
half your shit
Doors
by
open
then.
up at 6.
But that's what I'm saying. You could sell half your shit before you even set it up at 6:00. You
For
know what I
good
mean?
numbers.
And that's the point. I mean, that's why you're there. But I do think one thing that SneakerCon or the people that go to SneakerCon that vend and stuff need to understand is that you need to lower your price. SneakerCon price is so ridiculous that I can't
People
spend
pay
money
it,
at
though.
SneakerCon.
That's so
I'm
similar.
not.
Somebody had a fucking. I'm sorry, I can't cuss on here.
No,
No,
you
we-
can,
yeah,
yeah. Dude, I said
absolutely.
fuck about.
Somebody had
times, I
a
think, already.
fucking Buttercup Powder Puff SB for $400.
Nah,
That
that's
got sold.
yeah, that's a negative for me.
Meek Mill must have been there trying to buy it.
Meek Mill would have paid 25.
25. Oh,
Listen, bro, I'm a
Grab
this
this
is a video for you.
What is
This is a promotion. If I
a
buy one
rapper.
thing, I might buy more things for
I'm
you.
a
that dude was,
rapper.
that dude was
I
funny.
don't get. I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen,
yeah.
if you got money like that,
Numbers are
to an
crazy.
extent, you shouldn't be haggling me that hard. You shouldn't be trying to pay $200 for a $400 shoe.
It's give or
just,
take.
Just pay your $300. Like, I'm gonna give you a better price because I want to sell it to you anyways. Because like whatever.
I just
But
want to sell it.
don't be Jewing me, bro.
It depends on how you see the sneaker, and it also depends on who the buyer is. You know what I mean? If I made Meek Mill money, what's $400 to me? You know what I mean? I'm
What's
a rapper.
400 to a boss?
You know what I mean? So it just depends. on
I'm
who
still
the
gonna
buyer
treat anybody. I'm gonna treat them all the same. I'm gonna still talk shit. I'm gonna still do the
You're
same
like-
shit.
You gotta,
no
you
matter
gotta
what.
keep the energy the same.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
You're like, hey, bro, how's
'Cause,
Aubrey doing?
Yeah, your fucking bank account don't change what my bank account look like. So, fuck it. You got another one on there?
Yep.
You going back to back?
Run it.
All right. What's a song that never fails to lift your spirits?
Nipsey
That is a
Hussle.
fucking-
Nipsey Hussle dedication.
That is a left
Okay.
turn.
Nipsey Hussle dedication. When I tell you Nipsey Hussle is probably the most influential person to me outside of Malcolm X, it's crazy. There's not one song that you can't turn on where he's not giving game. Nipsey Hussle dedication. And honestly, I can turn on anything by Nip and like be motivated to do anything.
In some way.
But hard work plus patience to sum up of all my time, I'm done waiting. Like Nipsey.
That's his
is-
sign off.
Nipsey is definitely Nipsey is one of the ones for real.
Yeah.
So no
Mine was
matter what I
Dreams
talk-
and Nightmares by Meek Mill, to be fair.
That is hilarious.
Really?
That is, hey, that song
You're
comes
feeling
on
down,
and like
you
literally
turn
when
that
it hits
goddamn
that
song
second
on.
verse, I'm like, all right,
Hold on, wait a minute.
Wait, what
I'm like,
song did you say?
Dreams and Nightmares by
Dreams
Meek
and
Mill.
Nightmares by Meek Mill.
Okay.
That's
Torrin, what's yours?
and that's
I
up
don't
there.
fucking know.
No, I like
don't
this
know.
question though because he gets to know everybody.
It's
trying
different.
to
Yeah,
think.
gets yeah.
I'm trying to think. It's
I gotta pee again.
damn.
Mamacita is another one that's really high on my list.
I'm listening to her. Keep the door open.
A song that I turn
Hey, I heard that's a
on
felony.
Yeah,
that
that's a
can
felony,
lift my
brother.
spirits.
Yeah, you can't touch a baby dick. Oh,
Aw.
damn.
You know what?
With your left hand.
All right, I'll be serious for a second.
Okay.
Let's Ride by Q-Tip is a good fucking song, bro. That shit.
Q-tip.
Let's Ride by Q-Tip.
I'm gonna play that when I go home.
I fucking love
Okay.
that song.
You ready for mine? Every time, like
What Mac Miller song is it?
no. See,
Oh,
No.
shit.
Love Yours by J. Cole.
Hey, you
That's-
are my favorite person.
That's top three. That's genuinely top three. One of my favorite songs.
Favorite person.
If you would have said MGK, I'd have got up and fucking hit you,
nah.
bro.
And I was gonna say another song, but it's more sentimental to me for like just personal. Is I Tried by Macy Gray, which no one's really gonna know that song. That is gonna.
I was
watch this,
gone.
but
They might cut this out. His favorite song was what?
my favorite song that what was the question?
That gets you hyped up.
Yeah, that
In
gets
the
me
right-
hyped
No,
up, or, like,
it,
That gets you going.
What's a song that never fails to lift your spirits?
Lift your
Yes.
spirits.
J. Cole, Love Yours.
So J. Cole's my favorite rapper.
Okay.
You are
Top
my-
three.
You're my. Who's number one? Mac.
Yep.
Mac Miller's the number one rapper. you
Personal.
think?
No, personal. My
Oh, okay.
personal favorite.
R.I.P.
Personal
Yeah.
Give it
favorite.
to you. He was a beautiful song.
Yeah. Then Lil Wayne.
He was a
J.
great
Cole.
artist.
Who's your top three?
Number two.
Yeah. Yeah.
My top three.
Yeah, top three is.
I will go Cole, Drake, Wayne. Honorable mention.
I was going to say, we're at four. Wait a minute.
No. Cole.
Cole,
Drake,
Drake,
Wayne.
Wayne. Okay.
Top three. Honorable
Okay.
mention that will tie with Wayne is Kanye.
I think
I respect
I
it.
like your back three. I don't listen to J. Cole enough to say that he's my favorite. He has good songs. I will say he's got good songs.
You need to
but I
listen to
don't-
Two Face on Friday Night Lights. That was the very first song that I've ever played by J. Cole, and it got me hooked. And just because like he speaks from a person that came from not a nice place, but is smart enough to realize that he can be better than what he is.
So if you would have asked 8th grade Brendan Holford what his favorite rapper was, it was definitely going to be MGK. Okay, MGK. It was Lil Wayne and MGK were number 1 and 2.
You having Wayne first is okay.
Okay, listen.
That number 2?
He said that shit trash.
I do like MGK though,
listen,
but I like his rock shit better.
This was back when again, Computer Lab, Nike ID.
Sneaking.
Okay, I said it on our last podcast. I said I would get I'd get in there, get on Dat Piff, put my Computer Lab headphones on because
Spinrilla. These are days.
and then turn on
how old are
1,000
we right
Words
now?
and Running
Days.
album, and literally just bang, bang, bang all the way down it.
One MGK song I can give you, and I don't even know the name of it.
Wild Boy featuring Waka Flocka.
My motherfucking man.
That's the one.
What
That's the only one.
Yo, so have we had this?
Alice
have we
in
done this
Wonderland
before?
is
No.
really,
What's
really
your top
good. If
three?
I
you
will play it.
Okay, so are we just talking about like right now, current
Personal.
state? Like if I just turn my phone on, what I would listen to?
how
right?
many of them
Oh,
are?
that's tough.
How many of them are not
Top
popular?
3 right now that I would turn my phone on and listen to? I would listen to Mick Jenkins. I would listen. These are not top 3 greatest of all time ever. This is just who I would listen to
Yours.
right now.
Yeah.
I would listen to Mick Jenkins. Fuck, who else?
I'm trying to figure out who Mick Jenkins is.
He's Chicago based. He's fucking amazing. I would listen to I always forget that. I really like Euros. He's a Las Vegas based rapper. He's fucking incredible. He's very underrated.
I like your underground style.
Yep. And then Ice Spice.
He said, "Man, I love your style." Oh,
Hey, bro, I'm playing.
You know it's wild. He's not playing.
to an extent.
I'm a
I low
big
key want to
Ice
see your
Spice
phone.
fan.
Open up your music app right now.
You want to see something
Ice
that's
Spice
gonna
is for
piss you the
sure
fuck
in that
off?
thing, bro.
I spiced the last song you played.
I can imagine him
Only
in the
song
mirror.
in my library right now is an Ice Spice song.
Him getting ready in the morning is ridiculous.
Look, I had to clear out my MacBook to make space for these podcasts, and I have one song. And
Hey,
it's
you
by
need-
Ice Spice.
You need to be studied. Like the man with Killer D, you need to be studied.
Ice Spice, the greatest rapper of all time.
No.
Just saying.
That is crazy. Not even greatest female
That is
rapper.
funny though.
She's great. But
Oh my gosh.
nah, bro, listen to Mick Jenkins. He's incredible.
I'll check
Same
him
with
out.
Euros.
I'll check
Euros, you would really like Euros, I bet.
Are you saying it because I like J. Cole? Because I like rappers
I like J.
who talk
I like
about
J.
stuff.
Cole a lot too, but I would probably listen to Euros over J. Cole personally.
Interesting.
He's
Yeah.
got a lot of. So he's similar to Drake in the aspect where he's melodic, but also bars, bro, like very cleverly written lyrics.
How's his delivery?
It's great. Bro.
That matters too.
It's very, very good. You
So
would like
I listen
him.
to a lot of rappers because of delivery.
Yeah, I would.
Kendrick.
I mean, but that's an easy one. Like everybody says Kendrick Lamar. Like,
I do not
Honestly,
listen to
I'm-
Kendrick Lamar.
Honestly, he got a lot of hate from me until my cousin told me like, go listen to the damn album, but like play it and then do something, right? So he told me to like do it without listening to it, and he moved up very close in my.
He just hasn't been around in the public eye for very long, and he doesn't
Crazy.
have that much song, like that much music out.
You're crazy.
To the
Then-
he's on how many albums? He had 3.
you would have the same perspective on J. Cole then.
It's so funny
Well,
because you'd hate my playlist.
kinda-
I mean, you can roll through my
kinda, but-
Spotify right now, and you'd be like,
You have
This shit-
Spotify.
"Yeah, I use Spotify."
You're rich.
Yeah,
Dude, I don't have an
told you.
iPhone, so
that is
Oh,
true.
you don't?
Spotify's
true.
free.
What phone do you have? Spotify's free.
20,
Yeah, unless you pay for the premium.
22
I'm
or
an
23 Ultra, something like that.
But what
What
do
is
you
it,
get
Samsung?
with the free?
Yeah,
You get everything. You can.
You don't
listen
get to-
whatever
you-
the
you
fuck
can't
want.
art songs
but it'll
and listen.
it'll shuffle shit.
it'll
like,
shuffle
yeah,
your
yeah,
song.
yeah, yeah.
No, I want to listen to that.
Yeah, if you
song,
go like,
okay?
hey,
if
I
I
wanna-
click that song, I want to play that song.
Oh, it doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
It just
Not
plays like a
shuffled
genre of
songs
music in
like
that.
it.
Sometimes it'll throw you in a playlist.
So you don't control it.
Oh yeah, I'll stick to my Apple
It's
Music.
it's close to like
I'm an Apple Music guy.
Yeah.
it's close to Pandora if you don't have the
Oh
premium.
yeah, no
I
deal.
was never a
yeah,
fan of
no,
Pandora.
that's a
You see what I'm
setup.
saying? Because
That's a
like
setup.
it'll play songs like it, and then it'll come back.
I like
and
my
play that
music
song.
too much to have somebody force me to listen to something.
But I would say listen to Two Birds, One Stone by Euros. It's a project of his from 2017.
Is that an album or that's just music?
It's
songs?
an album. Yep. And for Mick Jenkins, I would recommend
Got a long
The Circus
freaking
by
drive.
Mick Jenkins. It's an EP. Very, very good. Very digestible. It's only 7 songs, and every fucking one of them.
When
is
are we getting
fire?
Torn's next album?
Next month, I think.
February 11th.
Yeah.
I'll be releasing an album.
Hey,
Yeah.
I fucking pay attention. Goddamn it! I was like,
No, I
hey,
knew.
Thor Messer,
Yes, sir.
let's go.
I was waiting for
I
it.
was just in the studio today, boy.
Yeah. You
Well,
almost
are
done
you
with
just
it?
doing like finishing touches on it at this point, or are you like
It's
still
ready.
recording certain stuff?
No, it's ready to go. It was just I had a feature with this guy, and he wanted to set up a studio session to
record it.
re-record it. Yeah,
Nice.
I don't know if it'll end up on the album or not, but if it does, it'll be on there.
Hell
If
yeah.
not, it'll
Outside of
come
Two
out
Birds,
later.
One Stone. What was the other one?
Mick Jenkins, really any of his catalog's great, but I would recommend The Circus. And that song on there that's highlighted, Carefree, it's fire as fuck.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I've never been to like a music studio or anything of that nature because
You should come next time. You'd really like it. Very awesome.
I think it'd be
Bitches shaking ass everywhere.
No.
dudes shaking ass everywhere.
I
Whoa.
could take you to a studio that does that.
No,
If you
Lil Mabu.
Wherever he's going, I'm not going.
Wait, what?
Where he's going, I'm not with it.
All right, ready?
I'm sure it is a vibe though.
Oh, it's a awesome vibe, especially this studio that
Yeah.
I go to.
Oh, by the way,
fucking
if I've been
awesome.
drinking, drunk in love, that shit is my
I can respect that.
bro. That song gets me fucking going.
So, side note, random tangent. I'm very like, so Brent Fayez is who I listen to the most. He has the most plays.
Okay, don't know
I'm
who that is, but
extremely, like, I don't want to use the word misogynistic, but like I'm very self in tune, and like when it comes to that music, that's what I play the most. I'm more R&B vibes than I am rap. If I do listen to rap, it's like more money motivated mindset type stuff, but R&B is definitely what I play the most. Summer Walker, stuff like that. Like I sing a lot, so
Okay.
yeah. Not in
All
public,
right.
but like just,
I mean,
Hey, Chad GPT took us on a fucking journey right there. I'm just saying.
I
bro.
told you we were gonna
Just
fucking
saying.
take a left turn somewhere.
because it's still into the culture.
Yeah.
Like, that's dope.
If you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be?
Michael
and
Jackson.
Why? And why?
That was not the person
Yeah,
that I thought
you were for sure gonna say Malcolm X.
I was gonna say Malcolm X
Damn.
or Nip.
Damn, y'all got me. All right, so I'm gonna have a buffet though, because I do want to talk to all three of those
We need
people.
a big
Yeah.
table here.
So the reason why I say Mike, so when I was younger, I used to dance.
Okay.
Like-
What stops you?
It's like I got older and like more gangster and shit.
Oh,
so like,
okay.
you can't be no gangster and dance.
Sure
I have
you
to
can.
tell
Chris
that.
Brown.
Hey, bro,
Hey,
tell that
DJ
to
Monte
Chris Brown.
Carlo
Say
still
that, say that,
dances.
say that.
Does DJ dance?
Hell yeah.
But
Oh, dance is
honestly
cool.
though, like
Shout out Monte Carlo.
Shout
Yeah.
one time out. Shout out y'all for naming these people for me.
You listen, we pay attention.
Bro,
is
I
great.
pay attention to all
Come on
kinds
This
of
is great. But Malcolm X, Nipsey, and Michael Jackson, it would have to be a toss-up. Literally flip a coin. I'd be happy with all three. Mike was my creative style as far as expression and being able to dance. Nip is my just who I am now. And Malcolm X is my roots. You know what I'm saying? So I would say honestly, I would flip a coin and whoever I got wouldn't be disappointed. My first reaction was Michael Jackson just because, like, that's Mike. Like, that's Mike Jack. You know what I mean? That's Mike Jack with the glove. That's Moonwalk.
And he's kind of local.
You know what I mean?
moonwalking through the Calabasas.
Come on, man. I don't know about that second part, but, like, yeah, that's Mike Jack.
You never heard that song?
From Drake?
That's not Drake.
No.
Moonwalking through the Calabasas. Who that is?
I don't remember who sings that song.
All right, so
You're like
no, I've
Michael
never
Jackson.
heard it.
Who
But,
walked
like,
through the
yeah, those three
Calabasas?
people would be it. Like, honestly, it would
I want to say
literally have
YG's
be
in the
those.
song.
I'll look it up right now.
That's a wonderful question, because now I'm thinking about who, if I could really eat dinner with these people, who
It's
would it be?
DDG and
It'd probably-
Blueface.
Yeah, DDG.
DDG.
Or actually, Roddy Ricch did a version
Roddy,
of it
yeah.
too. Roddy Ricch and Lil Durk.
You know, somebody told me I look like Roddy Ricch. Side note. Let's
Nah,
never.
You
Let's
look
never
more like Cat Williams.
No, you ready for this?
That's crazy.
To me, this is spot on. You ready?
I think.
Outcast.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Andre
Andre
3000.
I've
3000,
gotten
bro.
Stephon Diggs.
I think it's that hat.
Stephon Diggs is
I've
good.
gotten
Stephon Diggs is pretty good.
Anything, especially with the
Damn.
braids. I've gotten Stephon
Damn.
Diggs like often. Like it's crazy.
You might as well just put some sunglasses on and just take pics.
Honestly, I was gonna wear glasses in here, but I didn't.
Got to see it through, my boy.
Got to see it through, my boy.
Yeah.
Got them
I
cloud
changed
goggles
my
on.
answer.
Yeah.
Delete that Michael Jackson shit.
Okay.
Malcolm X. I'll probably pick Malcolm.
Do you subscribe more to Malcolm X's ideology versus Martin Luther King Jr.'s?
100%.
Do you feel like he was a bit extreme? He was somewhat of a separatist, right?
So no, I wouldn't say a separatist. So my term for it would be a radical. I do feel like equality is good for everybody because everybody is created equal. But in a sense, he wanted his own government. He wanted his own politicians. He wanted his own school. He wanted his own hospitals. And within, so I follow the Black Panther Party a lot, you know what I mean? And they get a bad rep just because of what the CIA and the FBI painted on them. But they had a rainbow coalition that had all types of races of people in them. And what they did was create opportunity and shelter and housing and help and food for our people when it wasn't available. And I believe Malcolm X was part of that. He was about liberation more than equality. Equality is not necessarily liberated. Liberation is different. We have the freedom to do as we please without repercussion. Equality is you can do it equally, but there may still be a repercussion for it.
Well, like what, for example?
So, for example, like if me and you were to create the same crime, depending on who's in front of us, our time would be different. Which is equality. We have the opportunity to do the same crime. We're going against the same judge, but we're not going to be represented in the same space. Versus liberation would be you go to your judge, I go to my judge, and we get crime equally based on who we are, based on the crime that we did.
But just out of curiosity, like not opposed to what you're saying, just open-mindedly, like listening, because I've never heard either version of this, so I'm asking to learn, right? Yeah. So you have your judge and he has his judge, right? Okay, but would that not be the same exact thing? Because you could still get less time than him based off the same crime, regardless. Like, to me, I think that if you're going to go off of like crime and stuff like that, I think that there should be basically like, okay, there should not be 20 to 25 to life, right?
It should have a base no matter what. So if we both rob a bank, the base is 5 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
I agree
First
with
crime
that.
or no first crime at all.
Absolutely.
The base is 5 years.
Yes.
But because depending on what judge I get and depending on how they view the crime, I may get 7. You may get the base 5. Or because there's no base, you may get 4 and then 3 years probation. I'm still in jail longer than you are. My freedom is still going longer than you are. And not to say that that's...
Yeah, but you can you can do a lot of that stuff too with money. It doesn't really have, in my opinion, it's not necessarily as much about like who you're in front of. Mm-hmm. It's more about who's representing you. Facts. And if they have a good relationship with that person. Because like, not to get into too much, but like my brother, he got into some shit, right? Mm-hmm. And because the person that represented my brother was like not really friends, but like...
But he was known with the judge.
Yeah. He was the city's attorney. Mm-hmm. So like if the city was ever getting sued, that's the attorney for the city.
Right.
Okay?
Shout out Mario.
So...
Shout out Mario.
Whenever all that shit happened, like... he got a little bit less because of that, but to have that attorney, it's going to cost you more.
Yep.
I think, in my opinion,
And that's valid from experience.
and in my opinion, I think that attorneys should not make as much money as what they do. I think that you should go in and
I think politicians
you should
shouldn't make that money.
everybody should have a public defendant. It does not matter across the board because
That's dangerous based on skill level, though. If I work harder than you, I should not be a public defender.
but listen, the thing is that your public defenders are going to get paid money.
Right.
Okay. They're all going to, I mean, you're going to work X amount of days, same amount of days as this person, same amount of days as this person, same amount of days as this person. Okay. And I'm talking about small. I'm relatively talking more about small defenses, not major defenses. I think that you can have an attorney for major defenses or corporate things or anything of that nature. But like, say you get caught with weed, right? You shouldn't be able to go get an attorney. You should have a public defender for that because it's not fair
It's
that
not
you
so
get
much of a heinous
probation
crime.
because you paid a lot of money for your attorney that knows this person, and this person that can't afford one gets paid or can't afford one, and then they get 2 years for the
So there's
same
a
shit you
trade-off.
get probation.
I'm paying for my freedom, though. So that's
So it's wrong because they can't pay for it?
I wouldn't say that. It's just that is what the trade-off would be.
Right.
I do agree with you, though, that depending on the crime depends on the level of expertise that is there. But that goes back to your original statement in regards to it depends on the money. But I would say that to go all the way back to the beginning,
Yeah.
when I talk about liberation and equality, I would take away court crimes because that is a money's game. If
That
you
is.
have more
It
money,
100% is.
you have more freedom in general, just like how
Yes.
the world is. Equality is more so, well, let's call a spade, like being judged for how you look or getting a different crime before it goes to the courtroom. You can punch a cop and not die. I can't punch a cop. I can't punch a cop and not die. And that goes to liberation. We got more black cops in more black communities. De-escalation would be different. Because cops are trained to de-escalate before they are to exterminate. But that goes to me in my brain back to slave patrol. That's where police came from. And I'm too radical for this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but just out of curiosity too.
I'm here to teach though. I think that's what my vessel is here
I'm listening
for.
to
Yeah.
everything you say. Like
Yeah.
I'm not, when I say things or ask questions, I'm not asking you because I think that you're wrong or
Right.
anything like that. I'm asking you because I look at things maybe different than what
I
you
know
would.
you, I know
what
you
I
as a
mean?
human, so I don't view it that way. I just had a lady call me Snoop Dogg because I had glasses on.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So like I view you as a human and I know you as a person. And like genuine and just not knowing just based on like how the world is. Like
I'm glad you laughed at that.
oh bro.
I'm like, bro,
Man,
that's
I'm glad
crazy.
you laughed
You
at
would
that.
you would
Wow.
be astonished if I tell you off camera like some of the wildest shit I've ever heard. I'll tell you off camera some of the wildest shit I've ever heard. I've heard some pretty wild shit. Call of
Damn.
Duty is not a place for
Oh,
anybody.
I know.
But
Yeah.
outside of Call of Duty, but like I've heard some wild shit.
So I'm just thinking, like, as you're talking, right? Like, you're talking about needing more like black cops in that kind of neighborhood, right? So why do you think cops don't, like, black cops are not as much as what white cops are? Is there like a way that you feel like that you could incentivize black people or black cops to be, or black people to become cops versus white people to become cops?
Two
You see what I'm
different
saying?
things. So like, my first thought is like we
The way I said that,
associate-
I sounded racist as shit.
I-
That's my bad.
but-
No, you
But, like,
rephrase
that is
it.
not
It
what
sounded
I
better.
wanted.
But I
When
ain't
you
gonna
rephrase
lie.
it, sounded better.
I just guess like how open my mind is. It didn't sound racist at all. to
Okay,
me.
I was trying
Yeah,
not to
yeah,
sound
yeah, no,
racist
no.
because I mean,
So-
obviously, whatever. But
But I would say a couple things. We labelized 12 cops as 12 in
Yes.
pigs. That's not a good stigma to put yourself in. And the overall system is not good. So how can you implement yourself in there and say you really trying to make a difference when the system won't allow you to?
But the people won't allow you to either, because
think-
you could have a cop like, okay, just
Realistically,
running-
I just think it's pop culture in general just kind of stigmatizes the way that
History.
I mean,
wouldn't call it
yeah,
pop
that's
culture.
fair too. But I like to
you
your
could
point
get-
where you said that the police were only created for slave patrol. Like there have been
I would-
criminals. Period. Like
I wouldn't say only, but
Yeah.
that star and the symbolism of the star and the gangs within police culture, it created from slave. It created from slave patrol.
like
Because think about it. Before then, like yeah, there were crimes, Bonnie and Clyde. People committed crimes, but it wasn't to the extent of y'all weren't dying like that. How many white people died at the hands of?
I mean, they
police?
used to hang people for like stealing horses and shit.
Yeah, back when hanging was like normal. They ruled
That-
that out as a way of
Bro, the fact
judgment.
that used to be a norm, that's wild.
They ruled that out as a way of judgment. There are postcards with people hanging that look like me. Postcards.
What the fuck?
Yeah, postcards with people that look like me hanging. So like, I see what you're saying, and yeah, like the world was more
But I mean, I'm just saying like to his point.
barbaric.
For-
The world-
for me, like-
the world was more barbaric at a time.
for me,
Well,
like
for sure.
the biggest thing is like I feel like there's a big thing cast on police in general, right? You can see a cop, not saying you in general, but like as a whatever. So people can see a cop and immediately think either the worst is going to happen or whatever, right? They don't look at a cop and go, you know what?
This is a
That
good
guy's
day."
that guy. Look, hey, no bullshit, no bullshit.
Thank
Listen to
God.
this. Listen to this. So I got a flat tire on the interstate, right? On my way to Louisville for sneaker BST. He comes and pulls up behind me because we're waiting for a tow truck or whatever so that I can get my spare on because my car is like super low. And a cop rolls up behind us, and I immediately thought like, oh shit, like what am I getting pulled over? Like what is he gonna do
Right.
like for this situation?
What was
The
your fear level?
What was my fear level? I mean, I don't really know.
If you
to be
had to
honest.
put a number on it.
I mean, I would say I'm a generally anxious person, so I would say probably a 4.
That's scary.
Zero.
A 0.
But I'm a generally
So,
anxious person.
Just you talking about it, me not even being in the situation, I'm at an 8.
Why? Why is that though?
How many people have you seen look like me die at the hands of those people?
It's true.
Okay, but
less.
how many?
For
but
less.
in
For
but in
less.
fairness, how many people that look like you have killed people that look like you for less?
You want to know why people kill people who look like me?
Why is that?
We were taught to do that. It's brainwash. We were taught to do that. To think that, so everywhere we look, our value is minuscule. We weren't able to vote. We can't even drink at the same water fountains. That's lower value. We were treated as 3/5 of a person. That's lower value. We were treated as property. That's lower value. Then also the rap music that we listen to. I put on a song right now, and I bet within 30 seconds you hear kill somebody that look like me. It's propaganda.
I tried to say
That's
this.
what I
I
was
tried to
saying,
have
though,
this conversation
is like-
with my dad the other day, just so you know.
It's propaganda.
I said, you want to know the reason why I think that there's the amount of shootings, especially in like the younger generation
And then,
of
too,
people.
Not even to cut you off, but just another point.
Yeah, I've cut you off a million times. It's good.
Imagine I'm hungry and you hungry. I got 3 people to feed though. What you think I'm gonna do to feed them 3 people?
Whatever it takes.
And I ain't and ain't no opportunities for me. And we put in the same street, the same block, the same situation, but I know you got $10 more than I do. That's why you say for less. It's set up that way. That's why it's called systematic. So racism, the ism part, if you Google the ism part, is a system. That's what ism is.
Yeah.
So like, it was designed for that. So like when and not just for you, but just for the sake of the general argument, like
Yeah.
why do you think that people like you kill people like you more often than cops do? Was because like it's the ism. It's the ism. It's systematic. It goes down to not even just y'all creating it, but like it being implemented in our minds. Like there are people right now that look like me that have no clue who they are, why they do the things that they do, and what they're doing is the opposite of what they should be doing just because it was implemented in their brain. If y'all have not read the Willie Lynch letter, it's literally like a 10-page book. It's like this fucking thick.
Damn.
And it was created in, I want to say 18 something. The King James, well, slaves got over here in 1619. I think the King James Bible was like, I ain't even gonna throw no number out there, but like relatively close to that. There's a reason for the lineage and why things were created. Look up the Willie Lynch letter if y'all got some time. Just for me, not even for black people in general, but just for me myself.
Willie Lynch?
The William Lynch letter.
I think
I
that
got a copy if y'all want it.
I was gonna say, my parents and me were having this conversation the other day. We were talking about school shootings originally. Okay,
Which is
Bro, it's mad controversial.
No, listen, it was
Damn it.
Listen, we were talking about school shootings, and I said that the reason why we have as many school shootings is because we glorify killing. As a community, as a world, look at the number of females that go home and watch murder documentaries because that person killed this person. Hell, we talk about it on TV and TikTok every single day.
Twitter is a crazy place,
our
baby.
music,
Twitter's a crazy
the
place.
violent is way on Twitter.
Our music in general, like especially
It talks about
our community.
killing is
I was
having
like,
fun.
how many songs that you play, right? That talk about sliding on your ops and doing all that crazy shit.
But who
right?
sings those songs?
I don't disagree with you.
Who pushes that music?
Don't disagree with you.
So, how many rock songs do you hear that say shit like that?
Now, listen. Don't
I don't
ask.
listen to rock
don't
music,
ask.
so I'm curious.
Don't ask the higher ups, because if you listen to rock music, then you worship the devil and Satan, and that's what they said about Columbine because Marilyn Manson told him to kill all these people, and Marilyn Manson didn't do shit. If you want to ever listen to some really like a smart dude that looks like kind of a jackass, watch Marilyn Manson talk to these people. It was like in the 90s. He was on like different TV shows, and these kids' parents would go on there and basically like try to throw all these questions and shit at him and basically point at him, telling him he's the reason why
That
their
all this
kids
stuff
are
is
like
happening.
real rebellion and stuff like that. And he's like, I don't tell your kids to do shit.
Right.
Like, your kids are going to be whatever they want to be and however they want to do it.
Side tangent.
You see what I'm saying? Like, they're not, he's
What
not
does-
the issue.
What does racism look like for you? There's no right or wrong answer.
I
and
don't
we can cut this
understand.
out.
I don't understand this question. I'm going to be
To
honest.
me,
I don't understand this
to me,
question.
I think racism is just what it is. It's like you feel just because the color of your skin that you're superior to another human being based off of their color of their skin, and you disrespect that person based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's racism. I mean,
I think that
I want to get everybody's opinion before I speak.
in my opinion, I think I agree about 75% of what you're saying, but I also think that racism to an extent has to do with making yourself feel better. Like, you say things to make somebody else feel inferior to who you are or how you feel as a person. Like, I don't think that there's like, okay, there's a lot of white kids that play Call of Duty that say the N-word, right?
Outrageous things.
Okay, say
But they are not
crazy
gonna
as
say
shit.
it
If
in
we're
person.
cutting this shit off, the funniest shit that I've ever heard on Call of Duty. Me and three of my buddies
No.
joined in the lobby. And we were already talking before we joined the lobby. Somebody said, it smell like cocoa butter and watermelon in this motherfucker. That cocoa butter shit took me out. I wear cocoa butter.
But see,
But
like,
listen,
well, that's
to me-
ridiculous to
to
say.
me-
But to me, like, that's like, you know, stereotypical comedy. Like, that's just kind of
but
funny.
like from where it came from, like just the quick wittedness of it,
Yeah.
it's engraved. You know what I
Damn
mean?
it.
Do you so
see,
as
if
a
there's
side so
Dude,
as a
that
side
fucked me up
question,
because
right?
that's crazy.
So as a side question, right? If you get into a Call of Duty lobby and somebody says some outlandish shit like that to you, like right off the bat, do you feel that you are personally attacked by that? Or do you feel like, oh man, he's just trying to crack a joke and then like keep
So-
it moving?
Depends on the voice.
So I've had a conversation on Call
For
of
sure.
Duty,
tone, the delivery, the energy behind
but
it.
not even that. I've had a conversation on Call of Duty to where like a dude was like being like extreme. right?
Probably
And-
being
and-
nasty,
and-
right?
And we were like, but why are you even doing this? He was just like, honestly, bro, I'm not even racist. He was like, I just know that I can do it and not
there's
be
no
punished for it.
repercussion,
Yeah, and not be punished for it. And I know that it affects somebody. And he was like, I'm not even like being malicious or evil, but like
I mean, low-key kind of.
I know that there's no repercussions, and I know that I can say it. I don't even
That's
really feel this
crazy.
way. And it was just like that opened my mind to
You're
like,
damn.
the energy that I can even give back to it. Once I heard that, now I play Warzone and multiplayer with my mics off. I don't even want to hear it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because now
Damn.
me being a radical, like I'm going to have a reaction, or it's going to strike a nerve that I can
Yeah.
control and compress. But like, I don't even want to take that time out my day to decompress myself over something that I really don't even have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? And
Do you
again, that
feel-
goes back to my original question on what is it for y'all?
Do you feel like every single day you step outside your door
100%,
or turn on your phone?
100%.
You're
100%. 100%. 100. I can't pick my phone up. I can't go outside. I can't listen to music. Listen, the music that we listen to, kill nigga, woo, 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 it's the same shit.
no. I'm
I'm
saying,
listening.
do you feel like you're being
Targeted.
just talked down to in general?
Yeah.
Like,
It's all about the devalue of who we really are. Why you think they don't tell us where we came from? Why you think they knocked the noses off the things in Egypt?
See,
No-
but to me, like I've grown up in a kind of a position where I've always looked up to people of color. Like, you know, I've
Shout out
always
to
looked up
people.
to say what?
Shout out your people. Shout out your
Shout out the
upbringing.
people that I looked up to.
Shout
no,
out
he's
your
saying like
upbringing.
shout out to your family and
Shout
stuff.
out,
Oh.
shout out to your upbringing for
Oh,
not
okay.
being the other side. You feel what I'm
No,
saying?
for sure. But like, well, I know that like those people exist, but I feel like it's more often than not people are in my similar situation. At least, I mean, you just rattled off fucking Yeezy, fucking. I know that these are big fucking like
Look, dude,
celebrity
one of my
people,
biggest-
but I mean, like, they're still people of color. They're fucking like we see them and idolize them on
Yeah.
a daily basis.
One of
You
the
know what I'm saying?
biggest
But like, if
people-
we were racist and hated those people, then I don't feel like they would be popular
think
at
about
all.
it. There used to be people. This is the shit that fucked me up because my grandma was racist and I couldn't fucking stand that bitch. She would sit here and like say the N word, but then still listen to black people that make music. Like, oh, I love their music so much.
Yeah.
How?
Because you can
How
love,
the fuck does that make
you
sense?
can love the culture and not love the people.
No.
No, but
No way.
being both, you realize it.
That shit's-
like
it's
a
just
lot.
wild
So
to
like,
me.
and that's the biggest thing for me. Like fashion and the sneaker community, that's us.
Yeah.
No,
That
I
is
agree.
us.
I 100% agree
So
with this.
that's why I say you can love the people because by all means, y'all would do everything. Y'all would embody what being Negro looks like, but would never be Negro. And it's not to y'all fault. It's not as fun.
Because the history.
Because not even because of the current situation.
Yeah.
Like we talk about it and we say like it's really not as prominent as it really is. But if we gotta call a spade, do y'all feel like y'all made? So I saw this white lady say, racism is not like your individual action, right? It's like you benefiting from a crime, but not acknowledging the crime. So you knowing that like because you look a certain way, you gonna get a certain thing. It's like pretty privilege.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like because you look a certain way, you gonna get a certain thing,
Mm-hmm.
and it is what it is. You're not gonna acknowledge because he looked that way, he not gonna get that. So you're not gonna starve yourself of that because he not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
You still gonna take that benefit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? There are good people in this world. I do believe it. Out of all the people that are great, I'm not gonna say like everybody who's white is racist, but everybody who is white benefits from racism. And let's remind ourselves that the
That's a fact, though.
ism is the system. You know what I mean? It's not y'all fault because if the shoe was on the other foot, you think because I was black and they said, well, every time we see you and you black, you gonna get $1,000. You think I'm gonna say hell no?
True. Yeah, that's true.
So it's not y'all fault, and it's not my biggest thing for when I am around white people and when I do have white people in my circle. And one of my best friends that I met through sneakers is Caucasian. That's my dog.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out my boy Ian. But like my biggest thing that I be wanting to tell and I be wanting them to do is like, when I'm not in them rooms and when y'all with people that y'all love to death and they talking about people that look like me and I'm your homie, stand up for me when I ain't there. Because the hardest thing is for motherfuckers to look in their daddy eyes and say, hey, Pops, you tripping. Because I know some motherfuckers that's good, some good human beings, you know what I mean, that are human beings. So that just be my only take from it. I don't want y'all to starve yourself. I don't want y'all to sacrifice y'all situation because a lot of people ain't gonna do that. But with y'all knowing the good people that y'all know, just make sure y'all stand up for them good people that y'all know. And the people that ain't as good, because think about it, the people that ain't as good don't know that they bad because they've been taught to be bad.
Right.
It's not made for us. Yeah, it's not made for us to hold ourselves and not be ghetto and not wear hair bonnets and not do this. It's our culture. This is what we've been taught. This is what we embrace. This is what we love. You know what I mean? This is who we are. That don't make us lesser. That don't make us ignorant.
Sure,
and by default, some people may be ignorant. By all means, I will sit here and tell you there are some Negroes that are ignorant.
And that's what I'm saying is like there are good and bad parts of all aspects of society, and it's like you got good people and bad people. That's why I really wanted to ask you about.
I thought you were about to say some crazy shit.
That's why I wanted to ask you whether you subscribe to MLK or Malcolm X. I mean, I've done research on 100%. Both of them. I understand I understand the reason behind the ideology of a Malcolm X, but I personally subscribe to the MLK, where it is you're just basing people off of their individual character and like whether they're a good I heard this saying is like you sit a white kid, an Asian kid, and a black kid in a sandbox and they're not going to know shit about racism until the parents show up. You feel me? And that's how I've always operated my life.
That's exactly how I feel about that.
You feel me? So it's like that's where my mind's always.
So you heard that from Martin or Malcolm?
I didn't hear that from either one of them. I heard it from like a stand-up comedian, but actually from the you respect people based on their characteristic and individual being. That's MLK.
So you'll be surprised. So they push the radical version of Malcolm more than they push that. So in the Nation of Islam, he has a section in his autobiography where he says he went to the Mecca and like there were people of all different races and they treated him as if he was a human being. And that was eye-opening to him to know that just the religion of the Nation of Islam was as brotherly and as lovely as anything. It was pure. But Malcolm's sole focus was the people that were oppressed. So it's not, I'm so pro-black that I'm anti-white. I'm just pro-black until pro-black is where we need to be.
Sure.
So I do agree with that. You have all these races in a sandbox and nobody knows what racism until their parents show up. But that's not just Martin. That's Malcolm too. And that's a spotlight that a lot of people don't see, because the reason why he was killed was for the empowerment of Negroes. You know what I'm saying? So they push a more negative tone with Malcolm than they do with Martin. Although I agree with, I'm not turning no cheek. Neither are you, and neither are you. But I believe the turning the cheek of Martin was to allow us to take more damage and not retaliate for the betterment of Caucasian people. Because if we didn't turn a cheek, imagine a raft that would be raised. You feel what I'm saying? So it just created a safer zone for everybody involved. Malcolm was more so, if you slap me, I'm gonna slap your ass back.
That's fair. Yeah,
You know
absolutely.
Damn, I never even looked at it like that.
And let's be honest, bro. Both of them.
That's great.
Both of them were fucking on white women. Let's be honest, bro.
He said both of them were fucking on white women. He said, let's break the tension just a hair.
Damn
I was both fucking on white women.
It did low-key get deep as fuck.
It was getting fucking asshole deep in
honestly, shout out my man Tor. Like, the questions are crazy. Like, I've been on some podcasts.
Shout out Chat GPT.
Yeah,
shout
that
out
was crazy. Okay, I have a question, and then this is my last one. Y'all can, if you have another one. Kind of get back on subject. What is your favorite memory in sneakers from when you started to now? Good, bad, just something you'll never forget. Maybe a famous person. Maybe just camping out. Anything. That's the shit I miss the most, is camping out.
Camping out during our time was a different time. You know what? The biggest story. Gamma 11. We got out of Lawrence Central at like 3:40. I left high school literally at 3:40, went to City Gear, parked my car, got out, and sat in line all night. There was 2 dudes in front of me. They literally were taking their chairs out the car as I was taking my chair out the car. They sat in front of me. Long night. I'm literally 17 years old, just sitting there, just trying to get my shoes. Dude come riding by on a bike, City Gear on Pen on the Pike.
Oof.
So we seen his pistol out his hand. I never forget, bro. It was 2 dudes. They said, "Hey, well, bro, anybody ask you with us?" He opened up a duffel bag. The duffel bag been sitting there the whole night. It's like 40 guns to my eyes in that bag. It was a Draco. I know I seen a Draco at least, an AK-47 in there at least. And that right there was just like, that opened my eyes to 1, the community, and 2, to like, we have a dangerous job. Like, our job is not easy.
Right.
You know what I mean? There have been resellers in our city who have died.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So like, that probably would be the biggest sneaker thing that I could think of, just being that young, camping out. And again, those times were different, but like, that was the one that stands out, that stood
Damn.
out. I camped a lot. I've got a lot of shoes. I've had a lot of interactions, and I appreciate them all. You know what I mean? Like, what I do, literally, my answer to that original would be all of it. But that one sticks out to me more than anything.
Damn. They came
That's
ready. They
crazy.
said, "I'm
Hey,
getting the motherfucking gammas,
Listen,
boy."
bro, like,
Shit.
me being that young and seeing that duffel bag, that changed my mind. But like, it was just like, we were out there for the same thing.
What they
2
have them
different
for?
worlds. I guess that.
Make sure they get them.
He said, wait, fucking around and finding out.
Fuck
Like,
around to find out. But they was first, so literally, like, they got there around like 3:30. I got there around like 3:50. When I got out and grabbed my stuff, they got out and grabbed their stuff. They sat up front, and I was second. And like, literally, they was just prepared for, I guess, whatever. But that just opened my eyes to like how vast the sneaker community is. Like, I have friends I have associates rather that are 50 years old that do this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I have somebody as young as 14. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
when we were up in Chicago, when we got our DBs,
Boy.
that shit got sketchy
So
quick.
Chicago camps, I heard, are crazy.
They're wild.
Hey, it got sketchy quick. Like, literally, we were there. We got there like what, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, something like that.
Yeah.
And then, so the store didn't open until like 10 or whatever. So that's cool. We're sitting in our chair, and like, by the time when we got there was maybe like 20 people in front of us. Like, we were kind of back or whatever. By the time that the doors opened, I bet you there was no bullshit like 50 people in front of us. And I'm like, how
Yeah.
in the hell
Did this work?
did this work? And I mean,
It's hard to say something in those times.
Bro, shout out to Torin.
because look,
Shout out to this motherfucker, dude. Cause
Doing
this
the
dude,
video, bro.
We brought him for videography and shit. And the dude was like, I don't know what their conversation was about, but the guy was like, "Oh, okay, you could just come in the store."
Yeah,
and just
he was
started
like,
fucking recording.
"Hey, bro, before we open the doors, you just want to come in with us?" And I was like, "It's freezing out here. Fuck yeah, I want to go outside there." bro."
So it didn't matter
So-
where we were at. I mean,
They were
he just
deep
held it
in
for us.
line, and
Yeah.
I was inside.
Honestly, bro, like, it still happens.
Yeah.
but like, how am I supposed to go up to like some of the dudes that are in Chicago that like, that's their area, that's their store,
Yeah.
and they cut in front of me? I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to go up there and go, "Hey, bro, back's right here"? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And
I'm
shit
showing
was
a
about to
little
pop
bit of
off.
respect by like, this is your
And it
area.
will.
Oh no, they were about to.
They'll go
And
south,
I'll
south
I don't-
quick.
Back to the shit.
Yeah.
The fucked up reality. I don't give a fuck. I'm carrying a gun on me.
Yeah,
I don't
me
give a fuck.
too.
I'm in Chicago. Again, I'm white.
matter
I'm
what.
gonna get a smack on the wrist. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I'm carrying that shit with me. I don't.
Yep.
I'm. Fuck all y'all. I'm
Yep.
not dying over this shit. I'll shoot you before you shoot me.
It's you or me.
And
And that's just a human law.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's just
So, I mean,
Darwin.
we hope that doesn't happen, and it didn't happen. Of course, people just hooping and hollering, but I mean, that was a possibility. And
Yeah, dude,
I
literally
ain't fucking.
went.
No, I'm coming
he's
back
like-
to see my boy, bro. I ain't fucking dealing with that.
It's
He's-
definitely hard in Chicago. Like, I had people when
Yeah.
I was out there, even for the Reimaginalies release, they had Got So around the same time. I had put in raffles for Chicago.
Yeah.
And I went to school in Illinois, so I had people who are from Chicago, and they was like, "Well, look, you put in a raffle for this store, or this store. Don't go to this store, don't go to this store, and don't go to this store." And
We didn't have a choice.
And I'm kind of just like, well, Indianapolis not weak, and I ain't no hoe. So like
Like
why
I would just
not?
put them in all.
You know, like why not? But they kind of just like, if you just want to have an easy release, bro, just do what I ask.
Yeah,
You
right.
know what I'm saying? And I kind of understand it because it's ultimately like the same thing. Like Washington ain't no weak
Is it
spot.
really? Yeah, is it really worth it?
City Gear ain't no weak spot. Like Castleton is even not no
Hang
weak
time?
spot.
What the fuck?
Hang time.
I
ain't
was at
weak.
hang time the same day that these people rammed their shit and 30 people deep came in and just took their shit.
Straight up.
No, they don't.
Straight
yeah,
up.
they don't
So
fucking care.
like, I definitely understand it. Like, it's like that anywhere. I bet the only place I ain't got to deal with that's like Idaho or something.
They probably don't even get shoes. They got boots for them potatoes.
I got cowboy
Did
boots.
you hear about the new
Hey, me
gator
too.
skins dropping?
I don't even have cowboy boots.
I have cowboy boots.
No,
I got
but you
cowboy
work
boots.
with work though, right?
No, like I have a casual pair of cowboy.
Oh my
I
God,
saw
okay.
on this page, bro. You wore them not that
Okay.
long ago, didn't
Yeah.
you? You were in Nashville, Tennessee, as a
Not
matter
even. I was here locally.
Oh, it's. I thought you tagged Nashville in it or whatever when you were.
Nah, I was playing a song, "Dick Down in Dallas."
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh my gosh, that's fucking great.
Well, before we get on out of here, let me ask you another question.
Oh fuck.
How do you unwind and relax after a long day?
My dog. If you know Sasha, like you know how perfect of a dog that is.
Hold on, bro. Why'd you name your dog Sasha?
So my mama actually named her, and Sasha, the definition of the name is like home protector or some crazy shit like that, like woman
Okay.
protector or something like that. And like she's the most perfect dog ever. Like
What's the breed?
It's pretty.
Pit.
Oh, I got a pit.
Yeah. So that
Kobe.
shoes and Sasha will be my unwind. Anything shoe related. Just last night I was up to 5 o'clock taking pictures, cleaning shoes, and doing shit like that with a
That's
with a
real
job.
passion.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like with a job. To me,
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit.
To me, my job is my side hustle. Shoes is like my primary. I'm just trying to with the benefits that a job provides. It's kind of
Right.
not smart to not have
Right.
actual benefits. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
shoes is my main focus. But yeah, shoes and my dog. I literally post up and have my shoes, just looking at them, and my dog would come lay right in my lap because she like you
And
giving
start
these
looking
shoes-
at him too, like
What?
I see.
Nah, you giving these shoes too much attention. Excuse me.
It's my time to shine,
fucking
cuz.
headbutt you.
Yeah, so
That's
so
funny.
I say that'd be my answer for that.
Sweet.
And watching the Just Kicking It podcast. It
That's a
is-
fact.
Facts.
It is a fact.
Just kicking it.
Bro, yo, low key, you know how much I appreciate you say, yeah, I've watched them.
There's
all of them.
There's next to nobody that
right
watches
there.
them, bro.
That- no,
So-
I mean,
Yeah.
there are,
I mean,
but,
like there are, but I'm saying like
I
viewership
watched
is
this
not
one.
great.
I
Like,
watched this.
We're
yeah.
doing it because we love
Yeah,
to do
we're
it.
not getting millions of views, but like you're like, oh yeah, I watched this one. I'm like, oh, just sounding like yeah, like genuinely, you watch them all. I appreciate that.
And to bring information from each one, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
and it's
So-
not just like,
That's
oh yeah,
why-
I watched that one, and like,
Yeah.
That's why
Okay.
I liked our conversation a minute ago, like a few minutes ago or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's because that conversation is never going to get brought up
Never.
on just a normal like me and him
I mean,
sitting
it
here
will,
on the
but it won't
couch
get
and
as
like
deep.
whatever.
Yeah.
Because look, we're both privileged ass white people. Like to be
Ooh,
fair,
I'm white.
Right?
Both.
I ain't privileged, motherfucker.
Brendan. My boy.
No, listen, I'm just saying, like,
bro.
no, listen, we are like,
just ate noodles last night, bro.
Leave it at the door, Brendan.
but I'm
Damn
just
it.
saying, like, there's a lot of things that we don't experience in
Yeah.
our life,
Oh, for sure,
or
for sure.
look at it a certain way
Yeah.
that I feel like having that conversation, which is not always an easy conversation to have with somebody,
Facts.
you know what I mean, is something that I feel like we can take from this, even if you can only watch one podcast, and if that's the thing that you focus on, like, from us, then that's really what's important, in my opinion.
Honestly, bro, like one, I appreciate the open availability to be able to have uncomfortable conversations.
Yeah.
Because you know a lot of platforms aren't meant for certain situations. So to create a room to where it's all open, you know what I
Right.
mean, is very important. And that's what's gonna separate y'all from a lot of people.
We're like the no jumper of shoes.
And bro, you don't understand how important a platform is for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I commend y'all on one having me here, even considering me truly humbled under God.
Shit.
But to really be here and to be appreciated and to be tailored to it's appreciated, and y'all are definitely different for that. All the way to the camera crew, to the crowd, to everything. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
It's lit.
The
It's
crowd,
lit. It's
baby.
lit.
Shout out, Will.
Hey, you gotta implement like the hand claps in the back after.
Yeah.
The fake applause.
The fake
Oh,
applause.
Clap like
shit.
AJ.
No.
Straight up.
That dude's.
But nah, like what y'all doing here, I'm definitely excited for the long haul and to see where y'all end up.
Bro.
This is definitely gonna be a different setup in a while. So
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
We were gonna set this up different today,
yeah,
but
So
yeah.
So do you want to hear a little like tidbit as kind of like what we're gonna be doing like
you know I do.
going
Ooh.
up? So
Ooh, bro.
So we enjoy doing
Good
this,
times.
right?
Yeah.
And what we're going to be planning on doing is we don't really sell that many pairs anymore. Like we have some stuff sometimes. For the most part, we don't really sell that many shoes, but we still go to events. So what we're going to do, I think, is do a mobile version of this. We're going to go to shows and we're going to have conversations
have a
with
table
resellers.
after events.
Yeah, and go and
now
like
you have a table, bro.
post-
Literally bring the futon.
yeah, bring a futon. We'll talk about it. Like we'll have
Tight, ain't it?
conversations at these shows. Like we'll make content. We'll post it with the people that run the events and stuff like that because they're always looking for
That's
content
the
anyways.
niche and that's the innovation.
But that's what I'm
But
saying.
you know
We're
how
looking
many-
at it like
once we start this shit, you know how many people's gonna start doing it?
That's the well, just think about how many people come up to you at an event and say, "Hey, what's your favorite shoe of 2024?"
right, literally, exactly. We're gonna do
Just
that,
be
but
the
we're gonna
first,
do it in a
get a
more
word.
Yep.
professional,
We'll
fun,
fuck around and have a
fun
list.
sense
If
of
that's
it.
the question you want us to ask, and that's what you want to be in the video, that's what we'll do. But we'll have
like-
questions for each event, and this is what we're doing. This is what we're going for.
And not only that,
Fire.
think about this. Think about all the times that you randomly have, like, okay, Edgar. Okay, for instance, he's kind of deep, kind of like how you are, right?
Shout out
And
my
he's
boy
busy.
EG.
Okay, so like
That's
there might
it.
be
That's-
he might not be able to be here for
Bro.
like a month
That's
to 2
motion.
months.
That's
he
motion.
Is
That
he's
dude's
busy
crazy.
as shit.
Yeah.
Shout out EG.
You know what I mean? So like if we catch him at a show, jump in here. Let's have a
Hey, we
10,
live
15 minute little talk, and then we can post
fucking
a
40
little like short
hour
clip,
away.
and then have you at another time.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
He's
Just to keep,
humble enough to give you the time.
bro.
Oh, he'll come. Yeah. I think
Edgar
he'll come.
is
It's just
the
finding
goat,
the
bro.
time.
He's so freaking cool.
He will give you the time
Yes.
if he has it.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. He really is.
And we only do it on the
dope.
one day, so
But he-
like
but
I
he give
get
you
it,
the
some
time
people
for
can't make
sure.
it, but yeah, I mean we're far.
100%.
Only do it on one day at a certain time. So like,
There's some good dudes in the shit, man. Like
Yeah.
Isaac, EG, my boy Ian. It's too many to name, bro. Like honestly, like those are just the people that I'm around daily. I talk to daily.
But you know what I mean? We
But
have
it's
so many
definitely some good people
conversations
in
with people at shows that are funny. I mean, we might have a funny ass conversation and nobody's ever going to hear that conversation,
Right.
right? Let's go and have
Let's make it
let's have
happen,
that
yeah.
same conversation because look, we'll talk to you just like we're talking to you right now at a show.
yep.
Let's have that same conversation at the show. Let's make some content off of it
Let's
so
have
that
some fun.
I mean, it shows that the show can be fun and enjoyable. Like you're not just there to look at some shoes and bounce.
Yeah, we're not
Let's
gonna
have
fake it
let's
or-
talk. Let's have a conversation about
it.
it.
Almost takes you out that so serious mode. You know
Yes,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Business,
There,
yeah,
you like,
business only.
money,
Yeah.
money, 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 money.
Don't get me wrong. Money's
Motherfuckers
great.
Krabs when they get it.
Yep.
But like,
Yeah.
I've been to some shows that are super freaking dead, and it's
Yeah,
like
facts.
you're
Let's have
standing
something to
there,
do.
fucking spinning your thumbs. That doesn't do you any good. You know what I mean?
Damn.
But
Like, no shit.
Damn.
what did you say?
It was dead.
Aw,
Damn. Okay. Well,
yikes!
That was the last time. But, you know what I mean? That was the first and only, first, last, and only.
damn. That's crazy. That's not good.
I'm gonna show this to our
Yo,
camera
that
real
back
quick.
is nice too.
That Vultures on the back.
Yo, so I had one. I had it made up. It was blue and red. It had compiled on the back. When I went to buy the shit, it like wouldn't let me process it. So I was just like, fuck it.
So you probably missed that cutoff. They had a cutoff time.
Yeah, I think that's what it
I
was.
think that-
and I didn't know that until later.
I made a third shoe and it missed the cutoff time.
Damn.
So you made another shoe.
Or was just that one?
One.
No, I had the opportunity. I missed the cutoff time. They gave it to me again, and that's how I got that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, so there's another version, like, oh yeah, you made Syracuse.
I got the Syracuse, the alternate. That's what
Yeah.
I call it. Instead of Vultures, it just has Vulture because I knew I was gonna wear that one.
Gotcha.
So
Nice.
it's literally the exact same shoe, but where it's gray is orange and where it's orange is gray.
So
Reverse.
Well-
Outro, baby boy.
I appreciate everybody stopping in, saying what's up. Shout out your IGs real quick for me.
Or wherever
Yeah,
you're
where to
at.
see you, where to find
Yeah,
you.
where can they? The shiesty.
only-
Now this is definitely digs,
Sneaker
bro.
Vultures snicey, man. At Sneaker Vultures, no dot, no underscore, no nothing. Instagram only. YouTube is coming very, very,
You
very,
only got
very,
Instagram?
Very, 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 very soon. I got Twitter, but like I don't use it.
You only use it for like personal fun.
Just for those pages that I need to get pairs.
Sneaker Hustler. Or,
Yeah.
is it Hustler? Sneaker Hustle?
Some places.
Yeah.
I'm gatekeeping right now. But some
I
places.
know, I know.
And I don't have TikTok, but TikTok is coming soon. I just hate that.
OnlyFans
So,
is coming really soon.
OnlyFans
OF,
is
yeah.
definitely coming soon. Just
Yeah.
be prepared for naked birds and shit like that.
Birds.
At Sneaker Vultures on Instagram, website is up in the bio. Anything y'all need, I can get. Anything I can't get, I will get. So
Yes,
I
sir.
like it.
Well-
I like it.
We appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure you like, subscribe, give us a comment. Tell us what you love, what you don't love. That's okay. We don't get offended either way. But it's good talking to you.
cuckoo.